into the day with the dawn ringing in my ears. Oh, I tune into my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning espresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show.
A very good morning to you, South Africa. It's a beautiful, beautiful Tuesday morning. Thank you so much for deciding to join us this very morning to start off your morning with us right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso. Now, you know we keep you company from 6 a.m. straight to 9 a.m. As always, as we do every single day, we bring you a jam-packed show. This morning, we are doing some fitness with the Sanga with Solo live in Johannesburg. And also, we are joined by a magnificent a group of talented young individuals here on the show. Now, make sure to please keep in contact with us on our social media platforms at Expresso Show with the hashtag Expresso Show to keep the conversation going, to keep it flowing. Right now, though, we're going to have a look at what's happening in the news headlines.
Thank you so much, Courtney. A very good morning from my side. My name is Graham Richards. Welcome as we delve right into our national news first. Eskom has confirmed that stage 1 load shedding will escalate to stage 2 from 9 a.m. this morning. Load shedding made a return yesterday morning after nearly a fortnight of the utility keeping South Africa's lights on. The utility said that there had been delays in returning some generating units to service yesterday and that this would now happen during the course of the week. They added that load shedding was likely to continue for the rest of this week. Then the MEC for Community Safety in Gauteng, Faith Mazibuko, has launched the Gender-Based Violence Response Plan in Johannesburg. It was earlier announced by Gauteng Premier David Makura during the State of the Province address. The plan is expected to inculcate methods in which the scourge that bedevils South African communities can be done away with. In 2019, the SAPS reported that gender-based violence offences were perpetrated against some 45,000 women and over 8,000 children in Gauteng alone. Then further afield, Sudanese Prime Minister Abdallah Hamdok survived an assassination attempt targeting his convoy as he headed to work yesterday morning. That was in the capital, Khartoum, officials have announced. Hamdok said that what had happened would be an additional push to the wheel of change in Sudan. Hamdok heads a transitional government following the overthrow last year of longtime President Omar al-Bashir. But the government is struggling to manage a severe economic crisis that triggered months of protests against Bashir. Then North Korea fired 3 short-range projectiles into its eastern sea yesterday. The South Korea's military has revealed the projectiles flew about 200 kilometers and reached a maximum altitude of around 50 kilometers. The military said the launches appear to be a part of an artillery strike drill involving multiple types of rocket launchers. Meanwhile, North Korea has since slammed Britain, Germany, France, Estonia and Belgium for calling a closed-door UN Security Council meeting to discuss North Korea's missile launches. And now, how happy birthday sung twice guarantees you germ-free hands. As of late, much of the media discussion around the coronavirus revolves around diagnosis and management of the suspected cases. But how do you protect yourself and prevent the spread of the disease? Well, main advice is to wash your hands regularly and thoroughly. Professor Philip Tierno, a pathologist at New York University, says the best way to stop the spread of all potentially harmful germs is to wash your hands with soap and water. He said soap and water can be more effective as some harmful bacteria are not killed by alcohol-based sanitizers, while soap and water sure does the job. However, you must rub your hands with soap and water for no less than 20 seconds or happy birthday sung twice. That should leave you with sparkling, clean, germ-free hands. Now, turning our gaze to the world of entertainment, over the past few weeks, we have been slowly introduced to Zaya Wade, daughter of retired NBA star Dwayne Wade and stepdaughter of actress Gabrielle Union, as she has come out as a transgender female. Well, this past Saturday, she made her red carpet debut at the Truth Awards alongside her very proud parents, who have said that she has emerged as one of the young faces and voices of the LGBTQ+ community. We'll have more on that inspirational story in our full entertainment report a little bit later. Right now, let's delve into our sports. We kick it off with rugby news and our Springbok women's team. They will be defending their Rugby Africa Women's Cup title later this year. That's between May and July in the second edition of the tournament. The Bok women won the inaugural tournament in Brakpan last year. The tournament also doubled up as the 2021 Rugby World Cup qualifier. The team will face Uganda in Pretoria on Saturday, the 30th of May, then Madagascar in Antananarivo on Sunday, the 28th of June, and then Kenya on Friday, the 3rd of July, down in the mother city. On to the Sevens game. The Springbok women's Sevens team was drawn in Pool A with China, Mexico and Poland for the inaugural Hsbc World Rugby Sevens Challenger Series tournament. That's taking place in Stellenbosch from the 28th to the 29th of March. Paul Delport's team has faced all three of their opponents in recent tournaments. They beat Mexico in 2018, saw off Poland on 2 occasions in May last year, but lost to China in the final of the Hong Kong World Series qualifier tournament earlier this year. And on to the 15-man game. Round 6 of Varsity Cup continued last night with defending champions Marties claiming the bragging rights in their All-Cape Derby clash against UCT's Ikeys. Marties edged out the visitors 8-7 at the Donny Craven Stadium in Stellenbosch to go to the top of the standings, with Ikeys now slipping down to 4th. Now the results: CUT thrashed UWC 47-10, Wits saw off Tuks 16-10, and Shimlas lost 26-27 in a nail-biter to UJ at Shimla Park. Then this following weeks of speculation around the Olympics, the Olympic Committee has announced that all sports at all levels have been suspended in Italy due to the coronavirus. Italy has been the European country worst hit by the virus, with more than 7,000 confirmed cases and over 450 deaths. Top football league in Italy, Serie A, has announced that matches will be played behind closed doors. That's until the 3rd of next month. And in rugby, the Six Nations matches against Italy have also been postponed. That's where we leave all of our headlines for now. Let's get a broad scope of our weather.
One of the best ways to start any day is to know exactly what the weather is looking like before you step out of the house. But first, we have asked you to send in your sunrise pictures. Our regular photographer, Gary Elkam, sent us this beautiful sunrise from East London, where mainly cloudy conditions are expected with a shower or thunderstorm around, reaching a maximum of 25 degrees. Nancy Governor sent us the stunning skyline from Pennington in KZN, where times of clouds and sun are expected with humid conditions and a strong thunderstorm in the evening, reaching a maximum of 28 degrees. We absolutely love seeing those sunrise pictures, so please make sure to keep them going, keep them flowing in our social media platforms with the hashtag Expresso Show. Now to have a look at the rest of the temperatures for the country. Starting off in Polokwane, it's a partly cloudy day with a minimum of 15 reaching a maximum of 28. Plenty of sunshine for Mbombela with the maximum temperature of 30 and a minimum of 17. Pretoria 16-29 are your temperatures for this Tuesday, and Johannesburg 15-27 are your temperatures. Mahikeng, your temperatures range from 19 as the minimum, reaching a maximum of 31. Klerksdorp 15-30, Kimberley 18 as your low, reaching a high of 31. Northwesterly wind of 15 kilometers an hour in Bloemfontein with a low of 14, reaching a high of 29. And the highest temperature in the country is in Richards Bay with the peak of 34 degrees and a minimum of 21. Thunderstorms are expected for Pietermaritzburg with a low temperature of 19 and a high of 31 degrees. Durban, South Africa's playground, 23 is your low and 29 is your high for the day. And heavy rainfall for Mthatha with a minimum of 15 reaching a maximum of 26. A couple of showers for Emonti with a low of 19 reaching a high of 25 degrees. Moving on to Credock, 13 is your minimum, reaching a maximum of 25. And occasional rain for Port Elizabeth at 18 as your low, reaching a high of 24. George, it's a cloudy day with a low of 17, peaking at 21. Sutherland, 11-23. Southeasterly wind of 28 kilometers an hour in the mother city, Cape Town, with a low of 18, reaching a high of 24. Worcester, 17-26. And the coolest start to the morning is in Springbok with a low of 11 degrees, reaching a high of 28. A partly cloudy day in Uppington with a maximum temperature of 32 and a minimum of 20. Now remember, whichever part of the country you're in and whatever the weather, make sure to have yourselves a fantastic Tuesday morning.
And a fantastic Tuesday morning it's going to be. Jamie Domberg reporting live for duty here on your Feel Good Breakfast today. breakfast show. Listen, Tuesdays has become my favorite day of the week, only because tonight, 7:30, Tropica Island of Treasure Curacao is happening right here on SABC3. Of course, we've seen Team Tropical hanging out with Tolo later on in the show. Sia will be hanging out with Tolo later. But like I said, Tuesdays is my favorite day, but it's also Tuesday, because it's that time of the week where you at home must help me choose an outfit to wear on today's show. I know this mama don't have game today, so today I have two completed looks that you can actually help me choose from. So one of them being this red dress over here. It's like an oversized dark red shirt from the Wood's Classic Collection. I actually love that it is oversized because it's something you can just put on and be comfortable with, so you can pair it with a belt, some sneakers, even pair a nice pair of heels, and then play around with the accessories. So this is option number one, the red vibey dress. And then option number two is this nice little black sophisticated number. I'm going to show it to you over here. It's like this ribbed cutout t-shirt polo neck vibe. Love the material, very soft, very chic, elegant for date night if you're going out with a lover. And then these pants over here, these are jeggings, so nice, fitted to the body. Beautiful. I love it. So we're going to pair this together. So this would be option number two. So again, you at home will help me choose which one I'm going to go for. And of course, you will be on trend as always with whichever one. I love it both. I think it's very chic. It's a perfect look for everything. But of course, you can go on over to Expresso Facebook page and vote for your favorite look versus option number one or option number two. But of course, if you want to get inspiration from these looks, then head on over online, in store, or better yet, download that Hoolies app and you can get all the inspiration from the store.
What do you think, G-Man? Black or red?
Colour, man.
Yeah?
Go for the colour. Pop a colour.
Listen to me, you like for the colour.
Yeah.
Woo!
Hey.
Clearly that first cup hasn't sunk in yet. Since Princess Molo. Feeling gorgeous. Oh, the freshest, best, 100% Arabic grind.
I don't know if we joke about it, but like I really can't actually operate without my first cup of coffee. Like,
it is a bit of a slow start to the morning before
this. It's a thing, eh? It's become a thing. So you are so appreciated. We absolutely love you. Dude, it's going to be a big show.
It is, absolutely.
Rian Munster's going to be here. He's the one guy where you just want to hear his stories, his anecdotes, the things that he has done, the world records that he's broken.
Odyssey thing he did was out of this world. The adventure to row across the Atlantic. From what, some port of Egypt to New York.
But it's every time I say goodbye to him, I'm like, please come back, dude. Please come back safe, man. But he's on the show today.
And then, of course, we are building up to episode 2 of Tropica Island of Treasure Curacao tonight, 7:30 p.m. on SABC3. And tonight, the teams take part in their very first challenges. That is going to be something not to miss.
And just looking at the chatter online, it's worth going to everyone's Twitter accounts and just checking out. It's competitive. Whoa, people are competitive. This is a very competitive bunch. So you want to tune in for that. And we're also going to be introducing you to a couple of those famous faces already on the show. They'll be helping us with fitness. I think Sia is going to be working with Tolo this morning, helping him get that beach body. You know?
Wow. Might as well start getting it now, Sister Princess. We might as well start now, ne? Beach bodies are ready.
Only the highest grade Arabica beans. McCafe. Great coffee, simple. See you after the break.
my feel-good breakfast show.
Good morning. Welcome to it. Good morning if you've just woken up. Where have you been all morning? Just stretch it out. Have a good few deep breaths. Take it in because it's going to be a long day. Why? Because we're building towards prime time hour tonight. Tropica is going to be going live. And, of course, Sia will be putting her body to good use.
Absolutely, as she is about to do right now with Solopiri all the way in Johannesburg, showing us how she gets summer ready.
Thank you very much, Kat. A very good morning to you, Expresso family. We are coming to you live from Johannesburg this morning. Now, last week, Tuesday, we saw the premiere of SABC 3's hit series, Tropica Island of Treasure, play out. And, man, it didn't disappoint and met every single expectation when it came to the drama, the spice, and, of course, those surprise moments. And one smooth fan that I must say really left an impression on us after last week's episode has to be Sia Mfenyana. And after last week's episode, I think it's safe to say that she is ready to show Mzansi what she's got, and that is exactly why we have her on Expresso this morning, along with her personal trainer, Aaron Mkopozi, and they're going to be showing us, they're going to be talking us through how she got ready for her Tropica journey on the island. A very warm Expresso welcome back to you, Sia.
Thank you so much. Happy Tropica Day.
Happy Tropica Day, of course, it's a Tuesday. Now, preparing for a show like Tropica must have been intense. Talk to us about how you started. What exactly did you do to get this body that you have now, which I must say is banging?
Thank you. Snatched. So we didn't have a lot of time to prep for Tropica Island of Treasure Curacao. So my handyman over here helped me. I think it was 2 weeks, ne? About 2 weeks.
We had about 2 weeks.
Yeah, we had 2 weeks to just go in. So I worked out in the morning and in the evening.
And last week's challenge, how did your training help you overcome that or get into the first episode?
The first
of
one
the
that we
series?
won.
Yes, that you won.
Definitely core strength. When I went up, what's that thing? Is it abseiling? It's like abseiling. Yes, abseiling is all about the core. So if it wasn't for him helping me out with those core workouts, would have been a mess.
And now I'm going to move over to you, Aaron. Was Sia dedicated in her fitness journey, and what did her routine and schedule look like, actually?
No pressure.
She's got a favorite word called age for hectic. That's what her routine consisted of. So we used some very extreme methods. So, for example, where people will be running on the treadmill, I had her using my hands on the treadmill, her feet are on the Bosu ball, so to incorporate core,
yes.
Get some shoulders going. I had her pulling tires. So I had her jumping, I had her doing jump lunges, jump squats. Literally everything was just explosive.
Sweating blood, basically.
Sweating blood. So you really put her through her paces to prepare her for her Tropica Island of Treasure journey.
100%.
All right, so I'm very curious to find out exactly what kind of exercises you guys got into. So you're going to show us a little bit of what you got into, right?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So let's what are we going to be starting with first?
So we start off with some high knees. So we're going to do 4 high knees. So high knees is there, just driving your knees up, and then we're going to drop down to mountain climbers.
Okay.
From there, we're going to jump into push-ups. So
All right.
4 high knees, 4 mountain climbers, and 4 push-ups.
Do you think you can handle it?
I don't know. I hope so. I hope so. See, I mean, if these are going to be the results, I'm going to have to know how to handle it.
Snatch.
So let's go.
So we'll count it down, 3, 2, 1, and then we go. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's drop it down. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go. 4 push-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Again.
Keep it up. Burpees.
Ah, burpees! Okay.
This was my favorite one, guys.
What exactly are we working here? Full
So
body.
the burpees is a full body workout. 1 more burpee.
Yeah.
And then she wants to do it again with the high knees. Let's go. Back to the high knees. 1.
So it's like a bit of cardio. It's a bit of
100%. And let's drop it down. Mountain climbers. Mountain climbers. Let's do this. Okay, push-up time. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Bring it up.
And bring it. Okay, now I can see exactly how you got into such perfect shape. Thank you very much, Aaron. We are going to be getting back into more exercises a little bit earlier on. Remember to tune in to Tropica Island of Treasure Curacao at 7:30 on SABC 3 tonight. And man, there's going to be a spanner in the works. If you want to find out what that is, you have to tune in to catch Sia as well as the other 11 contestants
Catch your breath.
as they try and claim their fame
And fortune.
and fortune. For now it's back to you guys in studio.
On the next tropical island of treasure, Curacao, the teams have been decided, and it's now time for them to compete in their first challenges.
The winners have chosen each other.
Team Mango Preach.
Move!
It's harder than it looks.
Nailed it!
That team, they're going to be a problem.
And a new strategic element is introduced.
This could be a big game changer.
It's anyone's game.
Catch Tropical Island of Treasure Curacao Tuesday evenings at 7:30. Repeat Saturdays at 8 p.m. only on SABC3.
I would also be sweating bullets after that hectic workout and out of breath, Solo, so I don't blame you at all. Now make sure to catch all of that action tonight at 7:30 on SABC3, Tropical Island of Treasure Curacao, as the teams go head-to-head on some brand new challenges. Now back to the order of the day. On your Feel Good Breakfast Show, we are joined by the Credock band this morning who are going to be serving us with 3 stellar performances later on, and we are going to get to know them a little bit more, so make sure to keep it locked right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Expresso, see you after this.
Don't ruin the moment. Prevent allergies or cold and flu with fast-acting powder nasal spray from the Nexa range. Nexa, brought to you by Pharmadynamics.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Happy birthday, a very happy birthday to you.
Yeah, welcome back. Hopefully you're feeling extra special this morning because it's your birthday, and hopefully you are special enough for someone to send through a dedication, maybe even a video wishing you a happy birthday. But we're certainly sending you all of our love, and you share your special day with someone quite special.
Absolutely, man. You are sharing it with Ubusi. Ubusi is a multi-award-winning South African R&B and house singer. She's famously known by her nickname Ubusi, and she turns 33 today. She's one of my favorite vocalists. I love this woman so much. Yeah. Now, Ubusi has collaborated with heavy artists such as Black Coffee, Black Motion, Questa, and Heavy K. The hit song titled Superman, Can You Be My Superman? With Black Coffee.
Sounds good.
Caught Drake's attention, you guys, and he made his own rendition
version of it. Wow.
The song. It was absolutely amazing. Now, although Ubusi has taken a step back from her music career back in 2017 to focus on her personal life, she was still able to drop a music video of her latest single titled Uthando Lwethu, featuring Questa most recently, actually last week. And it's such a beautiful, beautiful song. She cut her hair and she still looks gorgeous and snatched, hey? Love it.
Absolutely absolutely love
Now,
her.
happy birthday, Busi.
Come back on the show, girl. Come back on the show. It's been too long. Well, let's see who else is celebrating their birthdays today. In fact, we've got a cool video coming through. This one going out to Palesa, sent by Busisiwe. Take a look.
Birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Melissa. Happy birthday to you.
Birthday to
It's like there were people sleeping in the house and she couldn't wake them up. She's like,
happy birthday. But it was so important.
that was
for her to
beautiful, man.
send
What a
that
voice.
message.
Thank you so much, Busisiwe. You're a superstar and happy birthday to you, Palesa. Let's see who else is celebrating. We've got Riley. Happy 4th birthday to our beautiful, tender-hearted angel, Riley. Nothing prepared us for the absolute pleasure and beautiful soul that you are. Thank you for being our biggest blessing, and we pray that you receive more of God's blessings over you throughout every year. Love you always, and that's coming to you from your mom, your dad, Charlie, and the dogs, and the pups
You
as
have to
well.
include the dogs.
Happy birthday, Riley. And then a happy birthday to my son, Siboniso Masango. May you stay as blessed as you are. Mommy loves you.
Now this one goes to Zia. A big shout out to my one and only princess Zia on her 6th birthday. Enjoy your special day. Lots of love from your mommy, Uncle John, Damien, and Zoan. Happy birthday, Zia. Julia is also celebrating her birthday. Ma, you are an extremely wonderful person in our lives. On this day, we pray that God blesses you abundantly for all the important things you have given up just to put joy and happiness into our hearts. We hope you enjoy every moment. Happy 72nd birthday to you. Oh, it's a big one. Happy birthday, Ma.
A beautifully written message as well. Then a happy birthday to my darling son-in-law, Punch Milligan. What a cool name.
That's cool.
Punch Milligan, man.
Punch
Milligan. May the Lord shower you with his richest blessings. Have a lovely day from all of us, especially your mother-in-law. She says again, Maggie Naidu. Yo, it's a lot of mother-in-law love. You know you're a good man when your mom-in-law loves you that much.
Special.
That's cool, man. And then we'd like to wish Aunt Gertie or Gertie a happy 92nd birthday. Wow, we are blessed to have you in our lives. We thank God for your journey with us. Hope you have a wonderful day from your family in Cape Town and Belhar. Happy birthday, 92. I bet you could teach us something.
92.
So-
Wow. Now this one goes to Alexandra and Allegra. Happy 1st birthday to our beautiful twins. I love twins so much. Alexandra and Allegra, you are the biggest blessing in our lives. Love you to the moon and back from mommy and daddy.
Oh, man, cute little faces. Look at it. That's too
Those cheeks.
sweet, man.
Tara is also celebrating her birthday. Happy 11th birthday to Tara. Stay the amazing young lady that you are. Have a fabulous day. Love, Mom and Reese.
So all of the family sending love, we send that love right back at you. If you want to send through a dedication, maybe a beautifully sung video, you can send us a WhatsApp video to 071 640 6551 or just email us birthdays@cordova.tv.
So we've now taken the time to wish you all a happy birthday. Happy birthday to you if it is your special day. But it's time right now for us to take a look at some of the highlights from our Expresso social media platforms, which of course are made possible by you, all from this past week. And it's been a crazy cool week. Yeah, right? I don't know if you remember this, but Chef Chart was here last week and he joined us to show and share some of his culinary advice and tips on making the very perfect fit cook. And it seems that you all out there love amagwenya. You love it as much as we do. In fact, Roxanne Daniels and Claudine Peterson were so inspired that they decided to have fit cook for breakfast, which is always good.
Yeah, man.
We love that. Josephine Pixton also shared a picture of her homemade fit cook with mince. Love it. Look
like
at that. Oh, with the carrots, potatoes. So, of course, if you've tried any of the recipes on the show, do let us know. We'd love to see those pictures. Now, if you didn't know, Expresso is on TikTok. Right? And we've got the hashtag Tigoloshi Challenge. There's lots of pictures that we share. If you're not following us on TikTok yet, please do. We share great behind the scenes footage, great pictures, and of course, as I said, like things like the Tigoloshi Challenge, which we took on alongside Soweto's finest. Take a look at this. Yeah, we were within with that one, man.
Yeah, man, and they actually, Soweto's Finest actually started the challenge, believe it or not. So we put it out there to you, and we've had some pretty cool entries come through. Take a look at this one. It's coming from Germiston. The Dinwoody High School had their take. Take a look.
Very cool.
Got it, man.
People are asking, where were you in that video?
I can hear myself moaning when I was like, my back.
Anyway,
day, maybe.
Also another video that came in from Buhle the Queen. Take a look at this.
Attitude, eh?
You got it. She's so chilled with it, just like, I'm not even trying.
It's the attitude, yeah, man. Just
here.
Class, pure class, man. Absolutely cool. Well, maybe you've got a challenge, something on TikTok that you want to share with us. Challenge us. Let us know. Our social media team is on it. We'll even get them to come and do it with us. Yeah. And we'll take it on, man.
They are. They're really good dancers on our social media.
They really are.
We've also had a couple of special moments last week. On Tuesday, the incredible Rouge joined us, and she gave a very special shout-out to a young artist who is inspiring her. Take a look.
In terms of who I'm looking at, listen, there's this girl named Hannah who's from Cape Town, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah?
Hannah.
Just Hannah and Jay.
Hannah.
Okay.
She's amazing. I know she did some stuff with Nasty C.
Okay.
She's incredible. I would say right now she's the girl that I'm looking at.
Yeah.
She's not just, you know, a pretty face, something refreshing. She can rap.
Yeah.
She's an actual storyteller. So I can't wait to see how far she gets in this industry.
Excellent.
Just proving how many people are actually watching the show. Up bright and early, Hannah then responded with her own awesome message. She said, "Thank you so much to Rouge the rapper for the beautiful words she said about me on at Expresso show. It's beautiful to be lifted up by a woman I respect and admire in this industry. So cool. I'm truly honored. This has armed me for 2020, and we are coming for everything this year."
I love it.
Love that.
Man. Wow, awesome.
Thanks, Hannah.
And
Hopefully you're watching right now.
Yeah.
I'm sending that love right back at you.
And then also in keeping with the theme of women empowering women, Pearl Tusi, who was on the show last Monday, had a very special acknowledgement for Terry Peto. That is definitely worth a special mention. Take a look at this.
I want to give a big shout out to someone who actually, I believe, I don't know if she's inspired you, but she definitely was a huge inspiration and even big sister and mentor to me, Terry. I mean, if seeing Terry on that Oscar carpet did not inspire you, like when she was leading lady, she's an extremely huge inspiration to me, and I always want to make sure I recognize her. When I started doing RGB, I had no money, but I had all these events to go to, so I didn't have clothes, and the stylist didn't have enough clothes for me. I had she was cleaning out her stuff, she gave me 2 big black bags full of designer clothes that I could wear for events. You know,
that's Terry.
And I think it's important for us to share these type of stories about the women who've supported us, and I think we don't talk enough about it. So shout out to Terry Peto, shout out to Basi, shout out to all those women who supported us.
That's an incredible story that
I've forgotten that. That is one of the coolest stories, and I'm so glad that she was brave enough to share that.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't think of, like you were saying, you don't think of Pearl kind of needing that kind of, you know, hand up. But at that stage of her life and her career, she desperately needed someone to back her and give her that, even just something as simple as a designer dress to wear on a red carpet.
And someone with that kind of gravitas as well that she admires. Well, there you see it, and there's so much more where that came from. So do follow us on our social media platforms. Follow us on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, on YouTube, and now on TikTok, and be part of all of the fun.
Women inspiring women, we are all here for that. And also, Anna, I can attest that we are coming for everything in 2020. Darling, what we're also coming for is the wardrobe poll that Jamie put up on social media, trying to figure out what exactly to wear. And you guys commented in numbers. What are the people saying?
It's Choose Tuesday, and you're going to help me choose today. So I'm going to favorite like this. Lerato says the red dress. Mbali Mnisi says the all-black Jamie will definitely rock it. Albany says the black combo. Shante Lee Daniel says all-black outfit. Melissa says the black combo. Ratasha says the black combo. It looks like the people have spoken. You are getting the black combo today, everybody.
Are you excited for the black combo?
I am. I like a young black because I feel like the red dress It's cute. It's cute. I feel like maybe later for date night, some sneakers on, if I'm going to go have some drinks later on, then I think this is fine. But today, just to be sophisticated, elevated, be just within, looking all fine, with everybody looking so hot. So thank you so much for helping me choose my Tuesday outfit. But right now, we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back on the other side, we are finally meeting Credock High School performers who are going to blow us away with their talent. So see you after this.
Now go change.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
It's a Tuesday morning and welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We're live, large and in charge, and it's so good to be in your company. Now, the Credock High School is celebrating their 60th anniversary.
Wow.
They did that last year, and one of their main objectives is preparing their learners for active citizenship and service to their communities. And now they'll be hosting their very first Credock High School Human Rights Festival on Saturday, the 21st of March, where attendees will be entertained by popular local musicians alongside the school's band. And joining us is Paige Du Plessis, the marketing manager of the Credock High School Band, as well as Lizelle McGrace, events manager at Credock High School. Ladies, a very good morning and thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
This is blowing my mind. First of all, like, a human rights festival is not something you would normally attach to a school. A marketing manager for a band at the school is not something you would normally attach to a normal high school. An events manager, this shows a very evolved approach to arts and culture at the school. And I know that you guys relaunched your music department, I think it was back in 2012. Yes. Now people in the school can take music as an official subject from grade 8 to grade 12. That is amazing. Talk about preparing someone for the real world out there. But music is such a source of inspiration for us, especially on this show. And just listening to your guys warm up, we're already getting the feel. Why is it so important for the school? Why the focus on arts and culture?
Arts and culture is important because it encompasses everything. Music is important, art is important. Music is a very big part of our school, and the festival it's an opportunity for the kids to portray and to show what they do. You know, as you can see, I mean, this is just a little taste of what we do at our school, and for them to stand up on stage and to just experience what it is like to be in a festival. A lot of our learners go through training programs with the Jazz Festival. Training development program, so they have background knowledge on what happens behind the scenes, etc., etc. And within the music festival, we have an internship program so that they are involved from the beginning to the end, from the marketing to the advertising to the bands. So they're involved at all times.
Wow.
Necessary skills.
Absolutely. And skills that get you ready that, you know, after school you can kind of throw yourself into the mix of things and be able to function.
Skipping a beach,
Yeah, incredible. But let's talk about the festival itself. I mean, obviously it's got a very direct theme, the Human Rights Festival. How did the idea come about, and what do you aim to achieve with this particular festival?
Okay, the Human Rights Festival came about. My principal, we're brainstorming about, his motto is, no child shall be left behind, which is very important. And our school is very diverse. We have some amazing facilities. We have the Nassau Theatre, which is a fully functioning theatre. And it's kind of like, how do we get underprivileged kids the opportunity to come to our school? So the aim was then to perform a scholarship for children. So this whole event is a fundraiser for a scholarship, so that those learners from underprivileged backgrounds can come to our school and experience what we have. So that was the human rights aspect of it. So it's a fundraiser to create scholarships for children, just to experience it, and then no children get left behind. But in doing so, they can then pay it back to their communities. And you know, in doing the festival, we are kind of including the communities. We have little giants who are all past pupils of our school. We have got parents involved, so it's quite a big event for us.
You've still got to deliver a fantastic show, and you've got bands from the German school, South Peninsula, as well as your, obviously, Hsbc, incredible band that we've heard sound checking. What can we expect from the repertoire?
So it will be a show that will obviously showcase all the talent of our youth, which is our school. We will be collaborating with DSK, which is the German school, and our marimba band will also be performing on that afternoon or morning as well. And you'll have local artists such as Robin Peters, Salome, Little Giants, Ashanti Tribe will be part of it as well. So there'll be a huge range of artists that will be there. The ticket cost and pricing will be 120 Rand for an adult, 60 Rand for a student. If you come as a family of 4, it's 300 Rand. So that is 2 adults and 2 kids under the age of 12.
Fantastic.
The tickets are available on Cricket as we speak, or directly from the school's Versus office. And people are, obviously, we'll have a variety of food trucks, there will be stalls, people will be allowed to bring in their own picnic baskets, their own beverages, so it will be in a day where family will have loads of fun.
So it's a festival in every sense of
every sense of it all.
Enjoy some great music with great artists as well, and we're privileged enough, of course, to have the Hsbc band here
can't wait.
in the studio for this Tuesday morning for your entertainment. Looking forward to it. As you've heard, tickets are available. It's taking place on the 21st of March. It's the Human Rights Day Music Festival held at Hsbc High School right here in Cape Town. It starts at 12 p.m. all the way through until 6 p.m. and tickets will run you between 60 and 120 Rand. So get out there. So
bring the whole fam.
Bring the whole family. Bring the whole family.
I'm definitely taking Luca with me because I heard a little, just like a young teaser in the rec, and I was like, okay, that is going to be a vibe. Credock High School is here, of course, making sure that you have a positive Tuesday.
Absolutely, man. Now, earlier on, Lucia Sangamfenyana and the trainer are hanging out, working out with the solo rather live in Johannesburg in preparation for Tropica Island of Treasure. Make sure to catch that right now.
Thank you very much, Gutle. A very good morning to you, Expresso family. If you've just tuned in, we are coming to you live from Johannesburg, talking all things fitness with Tropica smooth fan Sia Mfenyana, who has proved that she's more than just a pretty face, man. She's definitely one of the contestants to watch out for on Tropica Island of Treasure, Curacao. And that's why she's joined with us this morning, along with her trainer, Aaron Mgopozi, to give us some fitness tips, how we can get our bodies ready for life, just like how she got her body ready for this season of Tropica Island of Treasure. Aaron, for someone who wants to tone up, what exercises can they get into? What exercises can they do?
Okay, awesome. Well, if you want to tone up and you've got a limited amount of time, the simple things that you can do is you jump into explosive exercises. We're going to show you a couple now. So it's going to be getting down, jump lunges. We're going to be getting down into a push-up position, hopping into a squat position. Should we jump straight into it?
Let's jump straight into it.
Yes.
So, yep, starting off on the left leg forward.
Left leg
We're ready.
forward.
Let's go, jump into it. That's one. That's two. That's three. One more. And that's four. And then let's go. Push-up position. Let's go into the jump, lunge. One. Let's go. That's two.
So what is this working?
That's three. It's our quads, it's our shoulders, it's our triceps.
I can
That's
feel
four.
all of them.
Everything.
Everything.
Okay, back one more time for one more set.
Okay.
Left leg forward again. Let's go. One. That's two. That's three. That's four. Let's get down. Push-up position. Jump squat. One. Bring it back. That's two. That's three. Last one. And that's four.
So how many of these would you do in the morning just to get ready, just to get yourself warmed up?
So I'd say an awesome way to get yourself warmed up. If you're not a beginner, go for four. If you're getting started, go for 2 sets.
All right, it's quite killer. I can feel my arms are burning, my shoulders are burning a bit.
Okay, now.
See, over to you. I'm going to ask you, what is your favorite exercise? Or what was your favorite exercise in preparing your body for Tropical Island of Treasure?
Listen, I'm all about the legs and the booty.
The legs and the booty.
And I feel like the most effective way to get your booty right and your booty tight is to twerk.
To twerk?
I'm joking.
Wow. Okay, I got scared there. We can do it, but later, off camera.
Okay, no, I'm joking.
Okay.
But let me show you this exercise.
All right.
Really, really effective. It's called a standing clamshell.
A standing clamshell.
Yes. So hold on to me. All you need to do is just lift your leg like this.
Oh, so it's pretty basic. And then what are we working? What muscles are we working by doing this?
You're working your gluteus maximus.
Our gluteus maximus.
Yes. And what I like to do also is just to use ankle weights.
Okay.
Sometimes just to like up it up.
Okay.
Yeah, up the intensity
All right.
of the exercise.
And then how many of these would you do?
I do 4 sets of everything.
Yeah.
And 15 reps.
Okay. But
I don't know how many we just did now because I've been talking.
I think we're on 20 now.
All right.
We've been doing it for a minute. And then what else do you get into just to get that perfect round shape that you're in, right? In the right places though.
It's all about the squatting.
It's all about the squatting.
I like to pulse.
To pulse, okay?
Yes.
So how are we going to do this?
So all you need to do is just do this.
Okay.
Pulse squats.
Oh, pulse squats. So they're like mini squats.
Yes.
Okay.
And what you can also do is move to the side.
Okay.
It also helps with your legs.
With your legs, yeah, I can really feel my quads working when you're doing it.
Left, right.
Okay.
And then left.
And then left again.
Right.
Right.
Make sure you're down.
Okay.
Keep it down. Keep it low.
down.
Keep your squats low.
Keep the frequency low.
Yes.
Okay, and how many of these would you do, or how long do you do it for?
So I do 15 reps.
15
4
reps.
sets.
4 sets.
Can you feel it yet?
I can feel it. It's burning. Now I know how you're gonna be challenging, or
Baby, burn.
I can feel it. So yeah, it's all about functionality. I mean, if someone is wanting to start their day with a quick workout routine, they don't have enough time, what can they get into? Very basic at home with minimal equipment.
Okay, awesome. It's very easy. So you've got your chair at home, you've got your table at home. So with your chair, it's squats. You sit down and you stand up. The awesome thing about the chair is that it keeps you in a perfect posture. There's no cheating, there's no bowing forward. You're constantly there and you're up. We've got our dips, where you're holding onto the chair, you're doing your dips for your triceps.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you can also follow Sia's videos. As we were preparing, we took videos for the 2 weeks, and she'll be posting them as it goes.
On your Instagram, which is, give us your handle.
Akempenyana, AKHEMFENYANA.
And there you have it. What an awesome way to start Tuesday. If you thought that was hard, wait until tonight's episode of Tropical Island of Treasure, Curacao. Man, like I said, there's going to be a spanner in the works. There's going to be spice, there's going to be drama, and everything in between. Catch Sia as well as the other 11 contestants on SABC 3 tonight at 7:30. But for now, back to you guys in studio.
Find your smooth fortune with Tropica. Buy a Tropica, follow the entry details on the pack, and stand a chance to win your share of 1 million rand in prizes, such as a trip for 2 with KLM to Amsterdam, LG G8 phones, TVs, and dishwashers, guest vouchers, watches and accessories, plus the smooth grand prize of a Suzuki Ignis. The more Tropica you buy, the more chances you have to win. Tropica, nothing smoother.
Really, Tuesdays has become my favorite day ever because of Tropica. Like, I watched last week, I was like, literally, girl, you have to go sterilize bottles. I was like, oh, yeah. Mama needs to watch this Tropica Island of Treasure.
It's Tropica Day, as Sia said earlier on. Happy Tropica Day.
What is the spanner in the works?
Dude, I can tell you, I can't give too much away, but what I can say is that this season, the creative team behind all of the games and the mechanisms have really found a way of getting everyone's personalities to come to the fore, and it's brought another element to the competition where it's not just about the challenges and making it through the challenges. There are added bits in between. There's a subtext that really brings forth a lot of drama and tension on TV. Like, I caught myself at some points going,
did someone shock you? Hey, did someone...
no, of course, like just jaws on the floor the entire time. Yeah, you don't want to miss out on tonight's... Hey?
Like, I just want to know if there's love. It's like a
do they fall in love? It's not that kind of reality show, man.
Yo, what kind of island are you on? So make sure that you don't miss out on tonight's episode of Tropica Island of Treasure, Curacao, 7:30 p.m. on SABC 3.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, all you beautiful people, right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show on SABC3. It's a Tuesday morning, and when you hear that sound, you know it's time for an update in the world of tech. Now, smart watches have completely changed the exercise industry. We know this. People are now able to track their steps, log workouts, and keep records of their health. Now, with a new piece of tech from Google, soon soccer fans will be able to track their soccer performance through their boots. Yes, you're not going crazy through their boots. Now, the device called Google Jacquard will be installed in the insole sole of a boot, and through a partnership with FIFA Mobile, will even be able to use your real-life performance to train your ultimate team in the game. Now we're back with tech guru Brian Smith to unpack a bit more about this. Welcome,
morning.
Brian. Am I saying it correctly? Google Jacquard.
I think, as Graham said off air, it's always about how you feel you should say it. It's about just
just sell it.
Google Jacquard.
Say it like you know it.
Yeah,
Okay.
say it.
Jacquard.
Jacquard. This already kind of has a couple of pressure points here that excite me from a footballing perspective, from a fan's perspective, but when you look at how technology is being used in sport and fitness, this is kind of a level up. What exactly is Google Jacquard? Explain it to us. If you can.
Awesome. So this is actually a number of different projects that have had this name up until now, and it's essentially a bid by Google to create connected clothing. I think, as you mentioned earlier, we've gotten used to the idea of fitness trackers and smartwatches, but what the step we haven't got to is the real term wearable technology, and that is wearable in the sense you don't actually, well, people on the street don't actually know you're wearing it.
Yeah.
For example, what Google's demonstrated up until this far is the smart connected jacket with a sleeve cuff which you could use by swipe gestures to control media playback on your phone. Also a very similar idea with a backpack being able to control on the satchel strap media controls for different playback on your phone. Now this is somewhat of a different idea with a connected device that'll slot into the insole of a soccer boot or your normal shoe, for example, that'll actually tether back to real world, in inverted commas, or virtual performance in a game. And this is essentially the next step of tracking different metrics using connected technology.
What exactly will this measure? Like how many footsteps, how many penalties? I don't know. What would it actually measure?
So what's pretty interesting is, while on the layman's terms it is as capable as a normal fitness tracker, and that I think opens up a whole new arena for fitness tracking manufacturers, this is really designed to connect to the next FIFA game. So what's really interesting is that it's able to connect your and understand. It's able to understand your footwork, for example, your form when kicking, and it's actually able to translate those metrics into the game itself. As Graham mentioned earlier, this is sort of the next step in also improving the AI of the game. So as your team improves, you improve in the game, and then vice versa. So it's all about using those metrics in a smart and informative way.
Just how big has this game gotten? Never mind we're talking about the potential training of the top players in the world. It's about the game FIFA. How exactly will this impact on the game, do you think? Expand a little bit on the development of that AI, and how do you think the players are going to feel about? I know that's a bit of an out there question, but this really is opening a whole nother way of engaging for those players to engage with their virtual self.
Absolutely. So all the specifics of exactly what metrics are going to be tracked haven't been released just yet, but however, what we do know is pretty exciting. So as I mentioned earlier, it's able to track your footwork, number of steps, for example, your form when kicking the ball, and what it's actually able to do is translate that into metrics that the AI in the game itself will use. So for example, if you create a team from the game, let's pretend you're playing exhibition matches, as you improve your form, your team improves. So it's actually able to use these metrics from your real-world performance and then translate that to your own team in the game. So it creates a level of involvement I don't think we've actually had up until now.
So you've got to really hope that your player that you've just selected for your team online is performing in the real world. So you can keep supplying. That's absolutely awesome. Exciting stuff. Never mind the Pandora's box that it opens up when it gets to the actual training of these players, and coaches being able to manage their players in real time out on a field. Crazy, crazy stuff. Brian, thank you so much. Really exciting one, not just for all the gamers out there, but I think for anyone who is interested in where technology meets physicality, this is something really special.
I feel like the guys at Google were literally listening to my dreams when they invented this. Like, it's right up my alley. This is what I'm all about.
I have no idea what it's about, to be very honest with you. I tried catching up here and there, but I'm just like, FIFA, okay, cool, football.
I won't even get you started. But you know what I'm also all about? The excitement and the innovation brought by the world's most loved brand, and certainly South Africa's most loved brand, Team Samsung. They joined us last week, Friday, for a crazy exciting show that I know that you loved at home. And before they left, they also had some additional good news for us. And they have said this, that if you go and get yourself a brand new Galaxy S20, and of course there are many in the range, you can see them over there. There's the Galaxy S20, S20 Plus, and the S20 Ultra. Getting yourself one of those will give you a chance to win a 65-inch QLED TV valued at 45,000 Rand. And I mean, who wouldn't want to, in the one hand, own the best camera smartphone phone in the world and probably the sexiest TV in the world as well.
Ever. I mean, I would be entering right now. Now, to stand a chance to win, we have asked you to post a picture of yourself and your Samsung Galaxy S20 on our Facebook and Twitter pages and use the hashtag Galaxy S20. And here are some of the entries we have received so far. This one comes from Cameron Manuel with his fat smile and his S20 Plus.
There he is.
Yes, Cameron.
He is ready. He is so ready.
Yes, very much ready. Ryan also straight out of the store with his Galaxy S20 Ultra and
with the slip as well. It's a long slip.
Coming through with receipts. We love seeing receipts.
It's a very long receipt. It's as long as his arm. How many did you buy?
Also, Ryan, what else did you buy?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And this one is a funny one from Whitney. It's a hilarious impromptu attempt. Oh, wow! Talk about
Shoot your
dreams.
shot.
Shoot your shot, my darling. I am here for it. Love seeing. So make sure to keep on entering. Competition closes on Thursday, right?
It does indeed. So don't miss out. This is an opportunity of a lifetime. So go buy yourself a Galaxy S20. Post that picture for us on our Facebook page or our Twitter page, and you will then be in line. Of course, when you post that picture, don't forget to use that hashtag Galaxy S20, and that puts you in line to win that 65-inch Samsung QLED TV valued at 45 grand. And remember that all the T's and C's that apply can be found on our website, expressoshow.com. The competition does close on Thursday, as Kuhle rightly said. So be quick about it, and good luck.
Enter.
Thanks so much. Let's delve into our national news now, with the time just having reached 7 o'clock in the morning. Health Minister Zweli Mkhize announced yesterday that 4 more people who were part of a group of travellers who recently returned to South Africa from Italy, the same group from which South Africa's first 3 coronavirus patients came, have tested positive. All 4 new cases are from KZN. Meanwhile, Basic Education Minister Angie Motshekga says schools have been advised to provide learners with information on protecting themselves against the virus. Then Eskom has confirmed that stage 1 load shedding will escalate to stage 2 from 9 a.m. this morning. Load shedding made a return yesterday morning, excuse me, after nearly a fortnight of the utility keeping South Africa's lights on. Utility said that there had been delays in returning some generating units to service yesterday, and that this would now happen during the course of the week. It added that load shedding was likely to continue for the rest of this week. Further afield on the international front, analysts warned of a global recession yesterday as a coronavirus-fueled sell-off dragged stocks, bond yields and oil prices even lower. Oil futures plummeted 26% following their sharpest decline since the Gulf War in 1991. That was after OPEC and its allies failed to agree to cut output. Global stocks followed, with European stocks down more than 6%. Meanwhile, Italy's coronavirus death toll has jumped by 97 to 463, and confirmed infections increased to 9,172. Prime Minister Giuseppe Conte has described the outbreak as the country's darkest hour. Then Sudanese Prime Minister Abdallah Hamdok survived an assassination attempt targeting his convoy as he headed to work yesterday morning in the capital of Khartoum, officials have said. Hamdok said that what had happened would be an additional push to the wheel of change in Sudan. Hamdok heads a transitional government following the overthrow last year of longtime President Omar al-Bashir. However, the government is struggling to manage a severe economic crisis that has triggered months of protests against Bashir. And now, more wonderful news of the giants of the deep. Yesterday morning, we had news of a campaign to protect South Africa's shark and ray species in Cape Town. This morning, we share news of how hands-on protection can truly work. Before 60 years of whaling decimated their population, the South Georgia island off the coast of Antarctica was a teeming feeding ground for humpback whales, blue whales, fin whales, and even the southern right whales. Now, many of these giants have returned, some in large numbers. The critically endangered blue whale, the largest of the beasts and the largest animal ever to have lived, has bounced back considerably after 97% of its species was lost. In 2018, there was only 1 sighting, but this year there have been 36 sightings, totaling 55 individuals. Evidence was also found of some 20,000 humpback whales. And that's where we round off our headlines on that very positive note. Let's delve back into the sport. We kick it off with rugby. The Springbok women's team will defend their Rugby Africa Women's Cup title later this year. That's between May and July in the second edition of the tournament. The Bok women won the inaugural tournament in Brakpan last year. The tournament also doubled up as the 2021 Rugby World Cup qualifier. The team will face Uganda in Pretoria on Saturday the 30th of May, then Madagascar in Antananarivo on Sunday the 28th of June, and then Kenya on Friday the 3rd of July in Cape Town. Then on to sevens. The Springbok women's sevens team has been drawn in Pool A with China, Mexico and Poland. That's for the inaugural Hsbc World Rugby Sevens Challenger Series tournament taking place in Stellenbosch on the 28th and 29th of March. Paul Delport's team has faced all three of their opponents in recent tournaments. They beat Mexico in 2018, then saw off Poland on two occasions in May last year, but lost to China in the final of the Hong Kong World Series qualified tournament. That was, of course, earlier this year. Then on to the 15-man game. Round 6 of Varsity Cup continued last night with defending champions Marties claiming the bragging rights in their All-Cape Derby clash against UCT's Ikes. Marties just edged out the visitors in a nail-biter 8-7 at the Donny Craven Stadium in Stellenbosch to go to the top of the standings. Now Ikes slipping down to 4th. In other results, CUT, they thrashed UWC 47-10. Witsdorp took 16-10 and Shimlas, they lost 26-27 to UJ at Shimla Park. Then more on our Olympic sports watch. The Olympic Committee has announced that all sports at all levels have been suspended in Italy due to the coronavirus. Italy has been the European country worst hit by the virus, with more than 7,000 confirmed cases and over 450 deaths. And the top football league in Italy, Serie A, has announced that matches will now be played behind closed doors. That's until the 3rd of April. And in rugby, the Six Nations matches against Italy have also been postponed. That's where we leave our sport now. Let's take a look at the roads.
The time is now 7:04. It's time to have the first look at what's happening on the roads this morning. Starting off in Gauteng Midrand, there has been an accident on the R55 route between Blue Hills and Crowthorne Road. Traffic is backed up and causing delays. Please approach that area with caution. Down to the Western Cape in Milnerton on the N7 southbound, there is congestion between the N1 inbound ramp. Heavy delays are expected. Please be patient on the roads this morning. And lastly, Metro Rail Northern Line. There is an extended travel time of 20 to 30 minutes on Strand-Muldersvlei line due to current infrastructure conditions, sets out of service and defective sets. That's your 7 o'clock traffic roundup. Right now it's time for the weather with Jamie.
It's a beautiful Tuesday morning. You're still keeping it locked here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And as always, we've asked you to send in your sunrise pictures. Thank you so much to Cherie Souls, who sent us this amazing skyline from Somerset East, where partly cloudy conditions are expected with a shower or thunderstorm throughout the day, reaching a maximum of 22 degrees. Another one came through from Ntokozo Makatini, who sent us the spectacular pink skyline from Johannesburg, where times of sun and clouds are expected with little to no wind. That's good, reaching a maximum of 27 degrees. But whatever you choose to do, make sure it is a positive Tuesday. Now it's time to look at the rest of the country. Starting off in Polokwane, your low is 15, peaking at 28 degrees. Plenty of sunshine coming through for you, Mbombela, ranging from 17 to 30 degrees. Pretoria, 16 at 29. Johannesburg, 15 at 27. And then if you find yourself in Mahikeng, your low is 19 and a maximum of 31. Klerksdorp 15:30, Kimberley 18:31, and then a northwesterly wind of 15 kilometers per hour can be expected for Bloemfontein today, with an all low of 14 and a high of 29. Now the highest temperature, surprisingly, in the country can be found in Richards Bay with a low of 21, peaking at 34, giving Uppington a break today. And then thunderstorms are expected for you, Pietermaritzburg, with a low of 19 and a high of 31. South Africa's playground Durban is a low of 23 and a maximum of 29 as well. And then heavy rainfall expected for you, Mthatha, ranging from 15 and an average of 26. A couple of showers can be expected for East London with a low of 19 and a maximum of 25. Thunderstorms are also expected for Credock today, 13:25. Occasional rain coming through for Port Elizabeth with a low of 18 and a high of 24. George 17-21. Sutherland 11-23. And then a southeasterly wind of 28 kilometers expected for the mother city Cape Town today with a low of 18 and a high of 24. Worcester 17-26. And then the coolest start to the morning can be found in Springbok with a low of 11 and a high of 28. And then lastly, but not least, Uppington with a low of 20 and a high of 32. Whatever the weather, wherever you find yourself, make sure that you make it count.
All right, we are very excited this morning as we prepare to host the Credock High School Band. Of course, they're preparing for the 21st of March, a big date on their calendar as they host their very first Human Rights Day Festival. And they'll be performing for us on this Tuesday morning to give us a teaser of what you can expect come that festival day. Don't miss out on that and more on your Feel Good Breakfast show right after the break. The 14th Annual South African Film and Television Awards are at hand, and we as the Expresso family are particularly proud and excited that Graham Richards, our very own G-Man, has been nominated among the very best television presenters in all the land, and you as the public have the power to decide.
And voting is very simple. All you need to do is dial *120 *45884# and choose the category Best TV Presenter and #3 Graham Richards.
We're all voting for Graham, and so should you.
Catch him weekdays on your Feel Good Breakfast show from 6 to 9 a.m. only on SABC3, where the stage
is yours.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Happy birthday, a very happy birthday to you.
To you. Welcome back, everybody, to your Feel Good Breakfast Show right on SABC3. You hear that sound? It's part 2 of wishing you a happy birthday. But if you are celebrating your birthday today on the 10th of March, you are celebrating your birthday with an awesome, cool person. I love her. She's a country singer, Carrie Underhood. You might know her as, because she sings, "Cause I dug my keys into the side of..." You know that song? No? Jesus, take the wheel. So there we go. But anyway, she is
right, Carrie.
Carrie, I know you're watching today, streaming all the way from Tennessee out there in America. We see you, Mama, and y'all folks good because we want to say happy birthday to you, Carrie.
Wow.
That was my southern accent. Y'all folks good, some fried chicken and
Please rate Jamie's southern accent on social media. Use the hashtag Expresso Show. Out of 10. Now on to you, our loved and loyal viewers. We love seeing these videos. So this one is from Ulebu to Lebu and Rodney. So let's check it out.
Hello, South Africa. My name is Lebu. Hi, South Africa. My name is Rodney. We are husband and wife, and we share a birthday. So I'd like to wish my husband a happy birthday. I would like to wish my wife a happy birthday.
Hello, everybody.
my name is Butali. I would like to wish my mommy and my daddy happy birthday.
Happy birthday. I would like to wish my mommy and my daddy a happy birthday.
Oh, that was the cutest. Keep sending those videos in. We love those videos.
And also they share a birthday as, you know, husband and wife.
That is
Wow,
goals. That is
that's
goals. When the
goals.
stars are aligned with you, we see you.
You know what I mean?
But of course, we have some more to get through. So one of them being Melanie. Happy 13th birthday to my daughter. We love you to the moon and back and twice around the sun. It's something you could say. We wish you a happy birthday from your mom, dad, grandpa, and grandma. Happy birthday, Melanie, cutie pie. And then a happy birthday to my best friend, Lerato. Enjoy this year and use it as a launch pad for your future.
Yes,
that
Lerato.
is an Instagram caption right there. Use
And
it
we
as a
said-
launch pad for your future.
Absolutely, and we said 2020, we are securing all of those bags. So go ahead and secure. This one goes to Andrew. Happy birthday to the love of my life, Andrew. Wishing you everything of the best. May God bless you and keep you for many happy more years to come. Enjoy your special day. I love you. So that comes from, I assume, the love of your life, Andrew. This one goes to Latisha. Happy 25th birthday, gorgeous niece Latisha. May the gift of love, gift joy, hope, and happiness be yours today and always. Lots of love and best wishes from Shama and family. Happy birthday, Latisha.
Beautiful. Another one coming through for Leighton Simon. A happy crown birthday. May you receive God's richest blessings on your special day. May you fill your new year with lots of love, joy, peace, blessings, and prosperity. Yes, from the Graaf and Simon family. And then a third birthday to Hannah. I like these third birthdays. You fill our hearts with so much joy. May God continue to bless you. Love from your parents, grandparents, and the rest of the family.
Happy birthday, Hannah. I wish my loving daughter, Akila Julius, in Saudi Arabia, a very happy and blessed birthday. May God grant you all your heart's desires. I love you. Happy birthday. Nicolette is also celebrating her birthday. Happy 45th birthday to my mom, Nicolette Johnson. May you have a blessed day. Love you very much from Daryl, Gerald, and Devani.
Devani, yeah.
Happy birthday, Nicolette.
Oh, that is so cute. But today we got a lot of videos, and keep those videos coming through. If you want to send us a 10 to 15 second clip, all you have to do is send it to 071 640 6551. Or if you want to send a special message with I love you from the auntie, the uncle, or family, then email us at birthdays@cordova.tv. But if it is your birthday today, then you know what to say. Happy birthday.
Thank you so much, gals. Well, we're still focusing on powerful women that inspire us. I know that Women's Day, International Women's Day, gave us all cause to pause and look at the power and potential of women, not just in our country, but across the globe. But we're going to focus right now on a group of South African women that are using that opportunity to raise awareness around breast cancer, and they're using CrossFit to do it.
What I'm most looking forward to today is getting together with a group of really strong females, having fun, throwing down, making the most of the day, raising awareness about breast cancer and competing for a cure.
Girls Gone RX is a women-only competition, and it's the first of its kind in South Africa. Its goal is to raise awareness and money for breast cancer, and yeah, our slogan is to compete for a cure.
It's important for women to feel strong in the world. It's important for them to feel like they can, that they are capable, like they do matter, and those messages really are promoted through the sport.
You know, aside from the obvious physical strengths, but mentally it's really helped me. I can see that a lot of times my body is wanting to quit before my mind, so if I just keep pushing with my mind, then you can actually push through a lot more than you think you're capable of.
We've got the ladies quite a mix of workouts today. We've gone with a long one to start off with, so they're running around causing a bit of havoc in the neighborhood, and then after that we've got some short, sharp sprint workouts, and then some teamwork, dynamics, testing, communication as part of the sort of test for the day too. I think think it's a great way for women to see what they can actually do. I think often in society we get caught up with being told you should do this, you should do that, whereas CrossFit, you sort of can discover that yourself, and along the way discover things that you never thought you were actually capable of. So that's a big part for me.
CrossFit, I think, empowers women. It works on your strength. It builds a community of girls working together, pushing each other. So it's a good event to get you some girl power.
CrossFit helps me in my daily life to get stronger, push my limits, and stay motivated to reach my goals. Been a fit individual, and when I was diagnosed with cancer, it was really rough for me. I found even though cancer is a physical battle, I found it was more of a mental battle, and CrossFit and being fit, it gave me that positive mindset as well as like helping. I found that if I was feeling mentally great and in a positive space, and then my body kind of caught up physically, I all around just felt better. So being physically fit helped me like fight the battle mentally as well.
Me get strong upper body so I can carry baby around and, you know, hold baby as long as I can. I think CrossFit has taught me grit. If I can do one of the dirty girls, one of the benchmark workouts, it's really fascinating looking back to say if you can go through that, anything that life kind of or work throws at you, it's easier to get through, definitely.
It's important for young girls to have physically strong women as role models. I think it's very important. It shows dedication. It gives them something to aspire to. There's something special about having a bunch of girls together, and they really empower each other and uplift each other. And yeah, it's quite an amazing vibe. So it's important to keep that together. The girls often don't want to compete because they can sometimes feel a bit intimidated by having men competing as well. So this encourages women who may not have competed before to compete because we're in an all-girls environment.
So I really enjoyed the event today. A lot of kids, a lot of ladies representing a good cause. So overall it was a really great turnout. The workouts were very intense. Great effort from the ladies today. And yeah, looking forward to another one next year.
Oh, the gears, a lot of ladies. It looks intense, not only physically but mentally. A few of my friends actually did that the weekend.
Really? This past weekend?
Yeah, the CrossFit.
And how was it for them?
They were showing their bruises. They were showing like how intense it was, but it was all for good cause, raising awareness for cancer. So I think shout out to the women that is doing this and pushing themselves beyond like their body and getting out of that thing like only men can weight lift. You know, can you lift, bro? Can you even lift like the world? Do it.
Yeah, I mean, girl empowerment, girl power. We are all here for it.
Absolutely.
Also, it was in celebration of International Women's Day on Sunday. So shout outs to everyone who actually showed up. It seemed pretty fun, hey?
Yay. But we are going to continue the gears right here in studio. We're going to see a little after this. A little bit after this.
Welcome back. Thank you so much for tuning in as we rejoin a very important conversation, one that we should be having every day, not just today. A donation of blood truly does save lives. We have proven this. Blood donations are essential for patients who are going through transplants, through surgeries, through chronic illness and blood disorders. And when you choose to donate blood, you give away the most precious gift that money cannot buy. Here to tell us a little bit more about blood diseases, blood donation, and to motivate, hopefully, all of you out there to go out and donate. Please welcome from the Western Cape Blood Service, Marika Geveers and Sister Kim Strutz, and joining us again from the Sunflower Fund, Alana James. Ladies,
great to have you here. Thank you very much
for having us.
Continuing this very important conversation. And Alana, I'll start off with you first as representing the Sunflower Fund. Tell me about, because we're trying to understand blood diseases, blood disorders, because I think once we start to understand them, we'll realize the need for blood donations to then happen.
The pressing.
So, yeah, exactly. So, talk to us about that, please.
Thank you. So the patients we work with are diagnosed with one of about 70 different types of blood diseases. And I think leukemia is probably the one we hear about the most.
Yeah, sure.
And as the Sunflower Fund, we're always calling for stem cell donations, and people go, but why do you then ask for blood donors as well? So every donor that comes along, we always ask them if they're a regular blood donor. Before a patient has the luck of potentially finding their life-saving match, they need treatment, and that treatment consists of lots of blood transfusions, but also blood products, so platelets, etc. And it is so important that we have regular blood donors that can support the patients until they're able to find a match for a transplant. And most importantly, during the transplant process, they need lots of blood. So ensuring that we always have enough blood products is really critical to serve our patients.
And we often hear about how critically low those blood stocks are. But you mentioned there, obviously, the difference between blood stem cell donation and blood donation. What are the core differences in that process?
Sure, I think I'll do the stem cell side and then I'll leave the blood donation side. So from a stem cell perspective, it is a slightly different procedure. So you would go onto our registry at the Sunflower Fund, and the match is not the same as a blood match. So for a blood match, we're looking for your blood types, which I'm sure they'll share with you. But also with stem cells, you are looking for a genetic match. So you're looking for your genetic twin somewhere in the world. And the chances of finding that is 1 in 100,000 at the moment.
Wow. Wow. And is that because of, I guess, the lack of the population size, or the small population size of people that are regular donors, that finding a genetic match is so rare?
Yes, so that's on the stem cell donation side, absolutely. So the global statistics is 1 in 100,000 because you're looking for that genetic match. However, for South Africa, we always talk about how amazing our rainbow nation is, and it's fantastic until you're looking for a match. So the chances of you finding a match is from your own ethnic background, so of your own cultural group. So the more and more South Africans mix, and we mix with other countries, that mix becomes challenging to find a match, because if you are...
Our diversity is our challenge.
Well, absolutely, and we need the same diversity match, which is why we encourage so many people from all different ethnic backgrounds to please come, because we cannot find a match unless we can match all of those criteria.
And Sister, maybe you can walk us through the blood donation process.
Okay, so it's much simpler, because all you need to do is just arrive at one of our blood clinics, which I'm sure we'll tell you where to find us. And you fill in a questionnaire, which just highlights your sort of general health status. And we do some minor checks on you, like your blood pressure and your pulse, and we check your hemoglobin level. And then if you meet all the criteria, you go through and donate blood. It takes about half an hour. If you're a first-time donor, maybe a little bit longer, because we like you to spend some time recovering afterwards. And it's simple as that. And then all the testing that we do is done afterwards, and we match as according to blood groups. So,
And you get a tasty biscuit.
Absolutely. And a juice.
And a juice.
And a juice, yes.
Yes, always welcome. And Marika, where can we find these blood donation clinics?
Right, so the easiest way to find out where to donate for the Western Cape, you can go to wcbs.org.za.
and then you can click on the tab, Where Can I Donate? And for the rest of South Africa, you can go to the to South African National Blood Service, and that is www.sanbs.org.za. And easy as that.
And we'll have all that information on our website as well if you're looking to make a donation that could definitely be saving
save a life.
Save someone's life out there. We'll be chatting to the ladies a little bit later on as well. So do stay tuned for that chat on this Medical Tuesday, because that's what we do on Tuesdays. We chat medical things. Stay tuned to your Feel Good Breakfast show.
It's music time, and this morning we are in for a treat as we are joined by Credock High School Band on standby for their first performance this morning, performing a song titled Zakwe by Abdullah Ibrahim. Guys, take it away. Talented. Now, if you happen to have missed all of that or you can't wait for more, make sure to keep it locked right here on your Feel Good Breakfast show, because they are gearing up for their second performance shortly after this. Wow, eh? Well done.
Welcome back, all you beautiful people, right here to your Feel Good Breakfast show, only on SABC3. What a morning. Yes. That performance, the guy on the...
On the what?
On the... what do you call it, a bass? Is it a bass? Is it a...
It could be a bass, it could be a guitar, it could be a bass guitar, it could be a lead guitar, it could be a guitar.
I think I'm going to be on the triangle. I asked
her which instrument she'd prefer playing. She was like, triangle.
Hey, those are important too, hey? They give very poignant moments in the song. You know, like something magical happens when that happens.
Yeah.
Well done, Jamie. Thank you. All right, listen, let's catch up on the world of entertainment and what's been going on out there. The latest in the news of Zaya Wade.
Yes, absolutely. We have been talking about the retired NBA star Dwayne Wade and actress Gabrielle Union's daughter, who recently came out as transgender, Zaya Wade. And we can't stop yet because we absolutely stan the Queen. She recently attended her first red carpet at the Truth Awards in LA on Saturday. These awards, the 6th annual, held by Better Brothers LA, were established as a space to celebrate the achievements and cultural contributions to the LGBTQIAP+ community and its allies. It seeks to provide funding for scholarships that support educational opportunities for youth in the LGBTQIAP+ community. Now, Dwayne Wade posted a photo of his daughter on Instagram to show his support with the caption, "Everyone allow her to reintroduce herself. Her name is Zaya Wade. Last night was Zaya's first red carpet, and we couldn't have been prouder of how she handled the questions that were asked of her. She has emerged as one of the young faces and voices for the LGBTQ+ community." Now, last week we spoke about how supportive her parents have been in guiding her and teaching the world and themselves about the LGBTI+ community. Their support did not stop there. However, they all wore coordinated outfits to the event, and I am living for these looks, honey. Well, starting off with our Queen Zaya, who wore a custom rich fresh suit with to the event that featured a bright green suit jacket and a button down with a flared black dress pants and a hot pink diagonal stripe detail. She carried a hot pink clutch and accessorized with rings and a necklace. Now, her parents, right next to her, Dwayne and stepmother actress Gabrielle Union, wore coordinating black and white suits with hot pink and green tops underneath. I mean, she seems extremely happy, and I wish her nothing but the best in this process. Also, just how amazing is it that she gets to fully live her life with full support from her family, and I wish it inspires and teaches other families to do the same with their members who identify, you know, as being part of the LGBTI+ community. I think the support and the love and the public support especially is very important.
Yeah. But also to use this platform and educate people about this, because I mean, they were scared, they didn't understand what the transition was, but now to use this and say, you know what, we don't understand, we want questions, so yeah, educate us.
Yeah, absolutely. Well done to the entire family. I think those pictures speak 1,000 words.
Yes.
Volumes of happiness, fulfillment and joy, and long may it continue. Now, imagine the whole world was watching as you played out like the last days of your job, right? That's exactly what's happening to current Prince Harry and his wife, of course, actress Meghan Markle, as they've been going through the past couple of days, finishing off their final royal duties as part of the British royal family. We all know that they are stepping back from that. And it all started last week, Thursday evening, where they were in the media spotlight as they attended the Endeavour Fund Awards at London's Mansion House. Now, social media went crazy over these shots of the couple walking into the event in the rain, which they did, and perhaps they were quite looking forward to their last day at the office. Look at that.
Hey!
Did somebody put a spotlight on them from the back to make it look like that? It's like, what? No.
It's from a movie scene.
People don't just walk in the rain and then photos like that happen. But anyway, they're looking absolutely amazing. And it was their first official appearance together since announcing that they will be stepping back from royal duties way back in January. Now, on Friday, Meghan met with school learners at Robert Clack School in, Dagenham in East London to mark International Women's Day, and she told the learners, quote, "No matter how small you may feel, how low you may feel on the ladder, or totem pole. No matter what color you are, no matter what gender you are, you have a choice, and you certainly have the right to speak up for what is right. Super powerful words.
She's lovely.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, the school's head boy, Aka Okoyo, also has caused some buzz with complimenting Meghan Markle on her looks before he made his own speech, saying, quote, she really is... he said, I've got to say it like he did. She really is beautiful, innit?
I know.
In it.
I love that video.
Really
It was so cute. And she was blushing throughout. She was like, oh my gosh, stop.
I think that's where his head boy badge kind of temporarily fell off. Oh, sorry. I forgot to address the ladies and gentlemen in proper decorum. Beautiful stuff. And on Saturday, the couple also attended the Mountbatten Festival of Music at the Royal Albert Hall in London, where they received a standing ovation. And their last official duty was the Queen's Commonwealth Service at Westminster Abbey, for which they were included in the Queen's procession. So, yeah, it is the last couple of days that we'll be seeing.
Come the 31st of March, and then it's done.
Life completely changes for them. It's going to be interesting to see how it all plays out.
Yeah, absolutely.
These photos are still just catching me. I don't understand how.
It
looks like something on a step-up movie. Like, they're just going to be like, do.
Right.
I was thinking more of a rom-com, Jamie.
I was thinking
that's like left of field. I love that. Just like drop a beat and then Meghan Markle.
Imaginary.
Anyway, so those are some of the news we have for you, the latest from the world of entertainment. Let us know what's caught your attention. #Expresso Show.
Well, from real-life rom-coms to a good boxing flick, Knuckle City, a film which released nationwide on the 28th of February, has been receiving rave reviews due to its tightly gripping storyline and, of course, stellar cast as well. The writer and director, Jamil XT Kubeka, is currently on standby with Tsolo in Johannesburg to share at length just what went into crafting his fourth directorial feature film.
Thank you very much, Graham. From fitness, and now we're moving on to film. A very good morning to you, Jamil.
How are you, brother?
I'm very well, thank you very much. Welcome to Expresso. Now, if you haven't yet heard of the film Knuckle City, Where Have You Been? It is set in South Africa, Mdantsane to be specific, and it is a film centered around boxing, and we're going to be chatting to Jamil, director of the film, a little bit later on. But before we do that, let's get into the trailer. Check this out.
Yes. I inkonga ezinjengani.
You know, once we in it, enough with that shitty ass fucking ready. This Knuckle City. No second takes, I call on lock up. Your only break is when that fist puts your mug up. Yeah, so push your 9-9. Hit them boys, draw off, that's a pipeline.
Wow, man, that looks like such an awesome, intriguing film. Jamil, tell us a little bit more about the story. What inspired a South African-themed boxing film?
Well, essentially, I think what inspired it is where South African men are, our situation, and just what do we have to contribute to society. I think a lot of eyes have been on us, essentially, you know, with Men Are Trash campaign and everything else. Gender-based violence. But the film essentially uses the metaphor of boxing, the boxing ring, as a space to unpack masculinity, if you will. Yeah, that's the broad strokes. So on the top, it is a boxing film, but it's more than that. It's a family drama, it's a crime thriller, it's a gangster flick. You know, yeah, it's a mixed pot of entertainment. Yeah.
I mean, there's no denying that boxing is a very violent sport, but you decided to use it as a vessel to challenge and speak about issues such as toxic masculinity. Why go that route?
Well, essentially, you know, if you look at the boxing as a sport, most people who are in it, it's a highly disciplined sport. You know, not everybody can do it. Yeah. Yet, what's interesting is that the people who are boxers, as a whole, we can make an indictment on them and say that their personal lives haven't turned out that great. I'm not saying every boxer is that way, but unfortunately, be it legends from across the shores to even locally, we've heard the stories, you know? So it's quite, for me, it was the irony between the discipline that you have in the ring versus what you lack to apply in your personal life. Yeah.
Now, the film is set in Mdantsane. Why the decision to have it set there?
Well, for two reasons. One is that Tanzania is the boxing mecca of South Africa. You know, it's spurned out so many champions. You know, I think since 94, I stand to be corrected, close on to 17 world champions. Now, even New York can't give us that kind of street cred, you know. So for that reason, that's one. And then the other is that it's a love letter to the town where I grew up, the township where I grew up. You know, I'm from Tanzania, so it's a story that I've always wanted to unpack, and I'm grateful that at 41 I had the opportunity to.
Okay, and you mentioned that boxing is such an intriguing world, it's such an intriguing sport. How did you as a director, as well as the rest of the production team, make sure that the cast fully immersed themselves in this world?
Well, I must thank firstly the boxers of Tanzania, you know, Zorani Tate and his stable. They essentially opened themselves up to us, and that was critical. Being able to engage boxers on a day-to-day basis. I mean, our lead actor, Bongile Manzai, he was there with them for a good 3 weeks to a month, engaging the boxers, fighting with the boxers, training with them. You know, he really was able to get a psychology going. And that authenticity was very, very important for us. And we couldn't have made the film without the community of Tanzania. So we thank them.
Lovely, man. Yeah. And now the film has had such a very interesting, successful journey. I mean, you screened it at the Toronto International Film Festival, as well as the Durban International Film Festival. And hey, man, it's also the official South African entry for Best Feature Film at the Oscars. Having walked through this journey, how does it feel like to finally have the film screen at home to a South African audience who it's made for?
Yeah, well, exactly that. We make films for them to be seen, you know. Everything else is pomp and ceremony, but the main thing is to connect with audiences. And for us as local filmmakers, we're still trying to build our audiences, you know, in terms of South African cinema. I don't think we have built a good, ardent and strong trust between the viewer and the filmmaker in terms of expectation. So I hope this is leading towards that road. Yeah.
And for those who are contemplating going to watch the film, why should they go and see it? Who is it targeted to?
It is targeted to, unfortunately, the age restriction is 18, so, you know, adult. But it's entertainment. It's really entertainment that will take you away and make you think, you know. So on one level, you will be edge of your seat. It's literally a joyride going through the whole thing. But you will walk away with your mind turning. Because I don't like to plant, boom, a straight-up message. I think it'd be too condescending to try and paint one brush for everybody in terms of an expectation. But the expectation that I have created is essentially suspense. Yeah.
And as a director, last question to you, I have to ask you, how was it like bringing this story to life and working with such a talented cast?
For me, it was an absolute pleasure and a blessing. I can speak for myself and my partner, Leila Swart, who's the producer and the editor of the film. It has been really an amazing, amazing experience. And the actors that we had, the generosity, the openness, the willingness to go beyond the measure of what is required. So it was a real blessing, and I hope South Africans will see it and engage it.
Absolutely. Thank you for coming through, Jamil.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much, man.
Cheers.
Now, you heard from Jamil. It's such an intriguing, truly South African story set in the heart of South Africa, Mdantsane to be exact. If you haven't yet checked it out, go check Knuckle City. It's currently in cinemas, and trust me, like you've seen the trailer and like Jamil has just explained more about the film, you don't want to miss it. Back to you guys in studio.
Oh, my word. I've known Jamil for a long time. Like, yeah, many, many moons. And he is just such a cool guy, so unassuming about the way he goes about his work. But everything he has done is just amazing.
This on a level of excellence.
Awesome. Also nominated for a SAFTA. So
absolutely. That is a SAFTA nominated.
Get the SAFTA, get the Oscar, get it all. But go and watch the film. Go and support
that's
it.
most important. That's most important. It looks so
City.
raw.
Yeah.
It's filmed, I feel like, in the real gritty style of what boxing is in that kind of, you know, community in Tanzania.
Yes, yes.
Brilliant, brilliant stuff. But also, hey, speaking of SAFTA nominees, take a look at this young man over here. Yes, our very own Graham Richards, nominated in the Best TV Presenter category at this year's South African Film
it's kind of one
and
for
Television
the team,
Awards. No, please.
One for the
this is all you, sir.
It's your moment.
All you,
take
sir.
it, take it.
We are super proud of you, man.
So when you vote most, you must dial star 120 star 45884 hash.
It is.
Yo, don't put too many hashes there, just one hash.
Just one hash. Oh, yeah. One hash, guys, please. Category Best TV Presenter.
Yes.
And number 3, Graham Richards.
I mean, cover the
Let's
picture.
look at the pose.
Cover
Like
the
a
pose.
superhero
I don't know
pose.
what was going through
Cover
my
the
head then. I was
suit.
like, ah.
It was just like, oh, for me.
Trying to emulate, no.
Come on.
But thank you so much. I've had so much love and people connecting over this. It really is cool. So thank you. A little overwhelming. Thank you so much. Love you.
We want to
Thank
see
you.
Graham on that stage making a thank you speech to all of you, and I know that you want to see him as well. So there's the number one more time, *120 *45884#. You go to best TV presenter category, and option 3 is to vote for Graham. And then tell all your friends as well to do it, and then your friends must tell their friends and their families, but then don't forget the cousins,
And then
because the
aunties and
cousins
nephews.
are connected to the uncles and aunties
Yeah. And also
who
they
have
have
grandparents,
friends.
but then the
Yes,
parents are
and then the
together as well, so then you tell them all as well.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. This is your Tuesday morning on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Thanks so much for joining us as we continue a very important discussion, that of blood donation, saving lives one drop at a time. And we're joined on the hot seat right now by Marika Geefers, who's from the Western Cape Blood Services organization. Of course, she's the Corporate Public Relations Officer over there. Also joined by Sister Kim Strutt of the Western Cape Blood Services. She's a clinic coordinator over there, just to kind of bring us into the space of understanding how blood donation works, why it is so important, and how easy it is for you to go out there and literally save a life.
And you will be saving a life. We know this as a certainty, that blood will go to such a vital use. Sister, maybe I can start with you. Let's go back to the very beginning. How do I know that I can donate? Is there a weight criteria? What should I consider?
Yes, there is. We have got a general acceptance criteria. So you have to be generally healthy. Between the ages of 16 and 75, we recently increased the upper age limit.
Okay.
You need to weigh at least 50 kilograms. And you need to lead a safe sexual lifestyle. And that's basically as simple as that. And obviously, we screen you for maybe infections and things like that, you know, from our questionnaire.
I think one of the questions that a lot of people that might ask is, once I've donated that pint of blood, is it a pint? Is it called a pint of blood? Yeah, a pint of blood.
It's a unit.
A unit.
A unit of blood.
Pint's very old school.
Litre sounds a little bit macabre.
A unit of blood. How long does it take to have that blood replenished in my body? Does it replenish, or once it's gone, it's gone? I don't have it anymore now. I must find it somewhere.
You're just a kilogram lighter, yeah.
No, within 24 hours, your body replaces the plasma, and your body obviously obviously need some time to replace the red blood cells that you've given, and that takes about 6 to 8 weeks to replace. So, yeah.
But in that time, while your body is replacing that, you won't feel any different. You're not going to feel lethargic or weird in any way, right?
No.
You'll just feel better about yourself.
Yes, you just saved 3 lives.
Wow. That is
donation.
crazy. So where's the greatest need? Is there a specific blood type that you need more of? What's the greatest focus, do you think?
Great. So we usually say that the blood type that we need the most is the one that we have least of in stock.
Okay.
And we, as the Western Cape, always strive to have a blood stock of 5 days. Currently in the Western Cape, we have a blood stock supply of 4 days, and the South African National Blood Service have a 5-day stock supply. And then we look at critically add all the different blood groups. So there's 8 different blood groups, and you would look into A positive, A negative, B positive, B negative, AB positive, AB negative, and O pos and O neg. So those are the 8 different blood groups. And currently in the Western Cape, we have a critical shortage in the O negative and the B positive blood groups. And then in the South African National Blood Service, they have a critical shortage in the O negative blood groups. Yeah. And we do put a lot of emphasis around our O blood groups. And the reason for that is that they are the universal donor. So they can be that blood group specifically can be given to all other blood groups.
Okay, all right.
So yes.
So if you know that you are one of the O's, either positive or negative, definitely make your way. But we want everyone to get out there.
Absolutely. We always need all blood groups and all blood types to donate.
I've got to say, 4 days doesn't sound like a very long amount of time. That makes me nervous when I hear that. Maybe you can just close this out by motivating why you think people should donate blood.
So it really is an easy thing to do. Generally, people feel well after they've donated. There are a few side effects that some people feel, but it's very, very seldom. It's easy enough to do. It takes about half an hour. It really costs you nothing, but it can save 3 lives by giving that blood.
And then just quickly, once again, where can people find information about where they can donate? I'm not sure how often you have drives or you have standalone donation clinics. Where can they find all that information?
Right, so it's very easy. We are all on social media. And then for the Western Cape, in the area of the Western Cape, they can go to wcbs.org.za. And then for all the other 8 provinces, they can go to sanbs.org.za.
Wonderful stuff. Ladies, thank you very much for joining us on social media at the WCBS. Also follow them there so you can keep up with exactly what's going on in terms of blood donation and the blood services all around the country.
As of your Tuesday morning couldn't get any better, Credock High School is still here to perform their second performance. Now remember, if you can't, you need to get your hand on that Q ticket or go to the school. They'll be performing the 21st of March. Tickets do range from 60 Rand to 120. Here they are with their second performance called Mara. Take it away, guys. People are coming out on social media saying how much they love you. One of them all the way from Australia. So Auntie for Ethan. Ethan, Tracy Benita is sending love from Australia saying, Auntie, he loves you so much and is so proud of you. And we are so proud of you. And we are so grateful to have you right here in our Feel Good Breakfast show. But you don't have to go anywhere because they'll be back later on for one more performance. But right now, we're going to take a quick break and we'll see you after this.
A perfect opportunity to delve back into our national news headlines one last time. Parliament says the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees is expected to brief the Home Affairs Portfolio Committee this week on the situation of refugees in Cape Town. The City of Cape Town and the South African Human Rights Commission also expected to brief the committee. The refugees are demanding to be taken to another country. The group was removed from Green Market Square in February, where they had been squatting since October last year. Then Health Minister Zweli Mkhize announced yesterday that 4 more people who were part of a group of travellers who recently returned to South Africa from Italy, the same group from which South Africa's first 3 coronavirus patients came, have tested positive. All 4 new cases are from KZN. Meanwhile, Basic Education Minister Angie Motshekga says schools have been advised to provide learners with information on protecting themselves against the virus, such as washing their hands, covering their mouths when they cough, and avoiding contact with sick people. Then further afield on the international front, Ethiopian residents who lived near the crash site of Ethiopian Airlines Flight 302 have held a memorial service in honor of the victims that died there almost a year ago. Escorted by men on horsebacks, the Shoftu village elders walked to the crash site, prayed and poured traditional brew on the site. Ethiopian Airlines Flight 302 crashed in the open field 6 minutes after takeoff from Addis Ababa, the Ethiopian capital, in March last year, killing all 157 people on board. Then analysts have warned of a global recession yesterday as a coronavirus-fueled sell-off dragged stocks, bond yields and oil prices lower. Oil futures plummeted 26% following their sharpest decline since the Gulf War in 1991 after OPEC and its allies failed to agree to cut output. Global stocks then followed, with European stocks down more than 6%. Meanwhile, Italy's coronavirus death toll has jumped by 97 to 463 and confirmed infections increased to 9,172. Prime Minister Giuseppe Conte has described the outbreak as the country's darkest hour. And now, how happy birthday sung twice guarantees you germ-free hands. So as of late, obviously much of the media discussion about the coronavirus revolves around diagnosis and management of suspected cases. But how do you protect yourself and prevent the spread of the disease? Main advice is to wash your hands regularly and thoroughly. Professor Philip Tieno, a pathologist at New York University, says the best way to stop the spread of all potentially harmful germs is to wash your hands with soap and water. He said soap and water can be more effective as some harmful bacteria are not killed by alcohol-based sanitizers, while soap and water sure does do the job. However, you must rub your hands with soap and water for no less than 20 seconds or happy birthday sung twice. That should leave you with sparkling, clean, germ-free hands. And that's where we leave our news headlines for now. Let's delve back into our sporting headlines. We start off with rugby news. The Springbok women's team will defend their Rugby Africa Women's Cup title later this year between May and July. That's in the second edition of the tournament. The Bok women won the inaugural tournament in Brakpan last year. The tournament also doubled as the 2021 Rugby World Cup qualifier. So the team will face Uganda in Pretoria on Saturday the 30th of May, then Madagascar in Antananarivo on Sunday the 28th of June, and then Kenya on Friday the 3rd of July in the mother city. On to the sevens format. The Springbok women's sevens team was drawn in Pool A with China, Mexico and Poland. That's for the inaugural Hsbc World Rugby Sevens Challenger Series tournament, taking place in Stellenbosch on the 28th and 29th of March. Paul Delport's team has faced all three of their opponents in recent tournaments. They beat Mexico in 2018 and saw off Poland on two occasions in May last year, but lost to China in the final of the Hong Kong World Series qualified tournament that took place earlier this year. On to the 15-man format. Round 6 of Varsity Cup continued last night with defending champions Marties claiming bragging rights in their All Cape Derby clash against UCT's Ikeys. They edged out the visitors 8-7 at the Donny Craven Stadium in Stellenbosch. That to go top of the standings, with Ikeys now slipping down to 4th. In other results, CUT thrashed UWC 47-10, Wits saw off Tuks 16-10, and Shimlas lost 26-27 to UJ at Shimlas Parks. Then we turn on to our Olympic watch, and the Olympic Committee has announced that all sports at all levels have been suspended in Italy due to the coronavirus. So Italy has been the European country worst hit by the coronavirus, more than 7,000 confirmed cases and well over 450 deaths now. The top football league in Italy, Serie A, has announced that matches will be played behind closed doors. That's up until the 3rd of April. And in rugby, the Six Nations matches against Italy have also all been postponed. That's a wrap of your sport for this morning. Let's take one last look at the roads.
Thank you so much, Dee. Let's take a final look at the traffic this morning. Now, if you find yourself in Gauteng, Strydom Park, there has been an accident on the N1 northbound before Malibongwe Drive. The right lane is blocked, so please approach with caution. Then bringing it down to the Western Cape, Lotus River on the M5 northbound, there is congestion between Klip Road and Berkeley Road. The average travelling speed is 20 kilometers per hour, with delays up to 30 minutes, so please be patient. And then lastly, on the Metro Rail Cape Flats line, there is an extended travel time of 20 to 30 minutes on the Cape Flats line due to current infrastructure conditions and sets out of service. That was a final look at your traffic. Here's a final look at your weather with Kutle.
Thank you so much, Jamie. It's time to have the final look at the weather indeed. Now, throughout the course of the morning, we have asked you to send in your sunrise pictures. Thank you to our regular photographer, Gary Ukam, for your beautiful sunrise from East London, and Nancy Governor for your stunning skyline from Pennington and KZN, as well as Cherie Souls for your skyline from Somerset East, and lastly, Ntokozo Makatini for your spectacular pink skyline from Johannesburg. Now, you know we love seeing those sunrise pictures. Please make sure to keep them going, keep them flowing on our social media platforms using the hashtag Expresso Show. Now to have the final look at the temperatures for the rest of the country, starting off in Polokwane with a low of 15, reaching a high of 28. Plenty of sunshine for Mbombela at a maximum of 30 and a minimum of 17. A partly cloudy day in Pretoria with a low of 16, reaching a high of 29. Johannesburg, 15 is your low and 27 is your high for this Tuesday. And Mahikeng, a partly cloudy day with temperatures ranging from 19 as your minimum, reaching a maximum of 31. Klerksdorp, 15-30. Kimberley, 18-31. And northwesterly wind of 15 kilometers an hour in Bloemfontein with a low of 14, reaching a high of 29. Highest temperature in the country is in Richards Bay with a high of 34 degrees and a low of 21. Thunderstorms expected for Pietermaritzburg with a minimum of 19, reaching a maximum of 31. Partly cloudy day in Durban with a low of 23, reaching a high of 29. And heavy rainfall for Mthatha with a minimum of 15, reaching a maximum of 26. A couple of showers for East London at 19 as the low, reaching a high of 25. Thunderstorms expected for Credock Credock at a low of 13, reaching a high of 25. Now, occasional rainfall, Port Elizabeth as well, with the minimum temperature of 18, reaching a maximum of 24. It's a cloudy day in George with a low of 17, reaching a high of 21. And in Sutherland, 11:23. Southeasterly wind of 28 kilometers an hour in Cape Town at 18:24. Worcester, 17:26. And the coolest start to the morning is in Springbok with a low of 11 degrees, reaching a high of 28 degrees. Uppington, your minimum temperature is 20, reaching a maximum of 32. Now remember, whichever part of the country you're in, whatever the weather, make sure to have yourselves a fantastic Tuesday morning.
Oh man, it's shaping up to be a fantastic Tuesday morning in here. I mentioned it earlier, there's always a bit of a buzz when this young man steps into studio because we're really lucky to actually have him here sitting in one place for like 3 seconds because he's always across the globe doing amazing things. Rian Mansa is in the
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
We love the fact that you are safe on our couch and not risking your life somewhere. That's why I love having you in studio.
No, Graham, it's nice to have you, and you guys have got good coffee. Thank you. It's always good.
And it's not always that we bring the dogs out and then they usually performing. Don't show as much affection. It's wow.
Oh man,
it must be that Rian Mansa effect.
And what you said, the original Bob.
You were so excited to see Bob.
No, listen. I love animals, so this is special for me, but I don't know why they're going on like this.
Oh, man. It's a lot of love, man.
No way.
A lot of love into this.
Rian's downplaying it. So a couple of moments ago, he's sitting on the couch with Bob on his lap, and he's like, wait, is this the original Bob? Like, original Bob? I can't believe he's here. Like, he was absolutely fanboying. And so are we, to an extent, with having you here. And can't wait to chat to you on the other side of the break, just about what you've been doing and the extraordinary things that you do every single day to inspire us, not just as an Expresso family, I think as a South African family out there.
Cheers, Katlego.
Stay tuned, guys.
Looking for immune support? Remain at your peak all year round with Immuenza.
Welcome back. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's a Tuesday morning and we are hanging out with, hands down, probably one of the greatest South Africans of the modern era, Mr. Riaan Manser.
Undoubtedly, whether it's cycling, kayaking, rowing his way literally around the globe, he's become our benchmark for adventure, for perseverance against all of the odds, and a champion of now many causes. And his latest challenge sees him taking up the fight on behalf of those needing life-saving stem cell transplants.
I'm Riaan Manser, explorer, author, public speaker. This is my story. There is an ocean between saying and doing. I'm not going to give you the 10 steps to success. What I am going to do is get you to a more honest space where you will ask yourself what is required.
Riaan's 5 world firsts and 2 Guinness World Records have been earned in a league of his own. Circumventing Africa by bicycle, Madagascar and Iceland by kayak, and rowing across both the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans.
Have things that we want to accomplish in our lifetime, but we don't do them because of the day-to-day challenges, fear and self-doubt. You might be scared, which is good. People might say you're crazy, that's even better. So you take a step back and ask yourself, what excuse am I going to make? There are a lot of excuses we can make in our lives, reasons we don't go after what we really want.
In between his epic journeys, he's certainly not above just enjoying thrills for the sheer fun and joy of being alive.
Sometimes we succeed and sometimes we fail. But when you succeed, you'll notice a pattern. Things that happen again and again. And you start to do those things over and over, from start to finish, to accomplish your goal.
Anytime his fellow countrymen and women might be feeling the pressures of life, he's there to inspire.
I believe people fail because they stop trying after the first no. You're going to hear no a lot. You're going to hear it a lot more than you're going to hear yes. Embrace this. Embrace adversity.
Riaan's most recently been tackling 7 challenges, each with a bag of cement, for the Sunflower Fund, helping patients fighting blood disease to get life-saving stem cell treatments.
Is not the absence of fear. It is in fact the willingness to face it. Perseverance. Be prepared to see things through right till the end, no matter what the obstacles.
Wow, I think just seeing Riaan's adventures makes you want to just get out there, live life, explore this magnificent...
What are we doing with our lives, man? What are we doing?
Well, no, we're making great TV, Graham, okay? That's what we're doing. But anyway, here he is, explorer, motivational speaker, author and producer Riaan Manser, who joins us to chat about the love for adventure that he has and where it'll be taking him to next. Always a privilege to be with you. And just, I mean, this is breathtaking stuff that you do.
Katlecha, it's little bits chipping away. You know, everybody, many people say to me, impressive career, but man, it's little bit by little bit.
Yeah.
You guys one day are going to be also remembered for many, many things, but a lot of people jump into something, jump out because they get impatient or they're tired. Now, I've stuck it out for 20 years, you know,
wow,
so
man.
I've seen a bit.
What is it that you do, my friend? What do you have you been able to encapsulate that? Are you an adventurer?
That wasn't one of the planned questions.
No, it wasn't.
No, listen, what do I do? It's awkward. I used to tell people I was unemployed because my wife is an advocate, so you know you just bounce that off the advocate. And but listen, the amazing thing that I've been able to do is share my story. So I'm a storyteller. I love getting in front of audiences, but I love to also write. And lately, been producing. So we produced The Odyssey, which was the last show, which was on Mnet and,
well done.
and on DSTV.
Yeah, that was brilliant.
Yeah, so producing, making TV programs, also a bit of fun.
I don't know how many people know how it all started for you, because you say you've been going on for 20 years now, but 20 years ago, when the idea came up to you and you thought, this is my life's mission and purpose, how did you get to that stage?
Katlego, not even that far. You know, I didn't even have that idea. I said to myself, my life wasn't good enough at that time. I said to myself, gee, Rian, you know, you're going from Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, and you keep saying every single Sunday this this fear inside you to start the Monday again.
Yeah.
And I said, it's not good enough. And then I thought, you know, a coward would just accept it and keep going. A guy who was brave would stand up and say, I've got to change. And that was the start of where I got to now. But climbing on the bicycle, circumnavigating Africa changed my life. I didn't think I'd be able to pay the bills. I didn't.
Yeah?
I didn't think people
Real.
I didn't think I'd be able to. We had 38 Rand 75 in the bank when I got back from our bicycle trip. People thought, you know, fame and it just equals fortune.
Yeah.
I had 38 Rand, you know, in the bank. So
that's incredible.
I suppose along the way you've had to become an entrepreneur as well, because you've had to learn how to build a brand and build a business around what you're doing to make it viable.
Sure.
So it's not just taking the easy way out, and I say that obviously very lightly, of just, you know, tackling these adventures and doing it, but you've had to create something special around you, but you haven't been alone. How has it been having your wife at your side, not only just as a support, but actually to risk her life out there on the open ocean? Has she forgiven you for dragging her?
She has. We got married. We got married after going to New York, so that was a good thing. I make a joke to say we never argued once on that 6-month ocean crossing to New York City, but you know, she has been by my side. I remember one thing, when I stand in front of audiences and I tell them about where it started for me, I tell them, you would think everybody was supporting me. A week before I left on the bicycle trip, she was crying in our little kitchen, and she looked up at me and said to me, if you want to break up with me, there are better ways of doing it.
Oh, man.
So, yeah, she's been, of course, a great support. And, you know, people aren't success on their own. You know, if all of you look back, you look at the people who gave you your first chance, the people who forgave you when you made mistakes, especially when we make mistakes. And then lastly is the people that see longevity in you, because there's always somebody younger, fitter, stronger coming up. And Graham, you hit the nail on the head. Look after your brand, be consistent and sincere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When it comes to choosing all these epic adventures that you go on, how do you go about it? Do you have like a massive world map in your house and then you take a dart and you go, poof, cool, that's where we go.
Venezuela, here I go.
No, there's a TV program for us, eh? So I tell you, I was toying with this idea of having a dice, and I would sit with guys, like famous guys like you, and I would just say, listen, roll the dice and that's where we're going, and we just have to go.
We're going to find a way.
Yeah.
So
do we take food?
Yes, no.
I'll bring the guitar for the busking on the side of the road.
Exactly.
But the whole thing is that my stories have never been thought out long before. Sometimes they were gut feel. Going with Dan around Iceland was a change of my entire plan to go to Greenland. And then I chose to rather go with somebody and to do something with somebody. The story with Fusty rowing across oceans was Fusty didn't want to be away from me again for those long terms. So each story, I think it's got its own little background.
How did you broach that conversation with her? Listen, I've got a solution to us not being apart. Why don't you just come with me?
She wanted to go shopping in New York City. That's a big attraction. And it's not sexist in any way, because, I mean, I was keen to go do some shopping in New York City.
New York's awesome, man,
So first they got to New York and we didn't... I don't know, what's her name? Greta. She was carbon neutral. We really were carbon neutral.
Wow, that's amazing.
What's the take home here? What is the biggest lesson that you have learned? Have you been able to distill that into one or maybe a couple of lessons that we all need to learn?
No, sure. I'm not wise enough to be able to pinpoint it. You know, the whole thing about life is that it's a complex, probably circular movement that you continue in a forward progression, because you're coming back to where you were. But if there was one thing, I tell you what, gee, man, you know, don't sweat the small stuff. People, you know, we sweat the small stuff. In the traffic this morning, I was sitting seeing people sweat the small stuff every single second. There is a bigger world at play than just the traffic and just you having to make money and you having to look good in front of other people. Try that. It's not easy, but try rather just live life. You'll be a lot happier person.
Wow. Gems, absolute gems. And of course, Rian will be around a little bit later on. He's staying with us today, not just because of the coffee and the dogs. He really does enjoy hanging out with us, but he'll be sharing one of his latest challenges that he's taking on.
Money. Money.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast show on this Tuesday morning. We're joined once again by Rian Manser, who's still here this morning. And he's now joined by CEO of the Sunflower Fund, Alana James, and SEMSA Director, Tushar Agrawal, to talk about how they raised funds in aid of this incredible fund that has been helping to save lives for years now. A very warm welcome to both of you now on the couch alongside Rian.
There are so many reasons to feel the heartache, the pain in working in the space that you do, certainly from a Sunflower Fund perspective. So it's so good to be able to appreciate the best of humanity at these times. So thank you so much for bringing this story. You've completed 7 days, 7 challenges, 7 days, travelled from Port Elizabeth to Cape Town. And I can't wait to hear about your very special friend that you took with you. But I think maybe a good place to start is to educate people on what the Sunflower Fund do. Fill us in your space that you live.
Great. So we create awareness just around the need for stem cell donors. So patients who are diagnosed with blood disorders, their only chance of survival for many of them is a stem cell transplant, for which they need a matching donor. And that's what we do. We're out there creating education and awareness around the need for stem cell donors and also the process to become a donor and hopefully be somebody's life-saving match.
Yeah. And so, Rian, your link then to the Sunflower Fund, how did that come about and you deciding to become an ambassador for them?
I always knew that I love children. I've always dreamed of having children. I've got my little 2.5-year-old son now. And you know, where the Sunflower Fund makes a big impact is especially in children's lives. And as adults, I know it's a little bit maybe politically incorrect. We have more opportunity, but children don't, and they don't have those choices. And when it comes to saving that child's life from a rare blood disease, we need the Sunflower Fund because nobody else is doing anything about it. If we can't find a match for that child's blood disease, the child will not make it. So for me, it was an emotional one, but, you know, I get involved in a lot of charities, but not as I do with the Sunflower Fund. The Sunflower Fund is everything for me. If I get involved in a charity, having a child now, it just means so much more, you know.
Oh, we feel it,
It's important for me. So, you know, where I can, with my little bit of influence, I chat to people and say, you know, please meet Alana, please see what she does. And the amazing way she's taken a charity and not just run it just like a charity with the hands out. She's actually saying, listen, we're running a business just saving lives.
Like you, she's learned to create a brand, a successful brand at that, and that's very powerful. What were the 7 challenges? What did you have to do?
It sounds like the seven tasks of Hercules.
It sort of came down to that. Now, it was fun. What actually happened, Tushar and them had just said, listen, can you do something creative with a bag of SEMSA cement? And we just said, of course we can. How far do we have to travel? They thought the whole of South Africa. We said, please make it a bit shorter. And then what we did was we just said, like, we've got amazing tourism agencies that run down this garden coast. And then they gave us options in the morning. So there it was 6:30 in the morning. The tourism representative would be there with the options of diving with crocodiles, bungee jumping, river rafting. Choose, and then we chose. But the trick was that Potty and I had to go with Amelia, our 50-kilogram bag of cement. So, so she bungee jumped, she dived with the crocodiles in Oudtshoorn. She even cycled part of the Cape Cycle Route.
And she was good company as well.
She wasn't very talkative, but we had an incredible dinner. If you guys watch, I think it was episode 3, where we took her to dinner in a fancy place just in Mossel Bay. And but she wasn't too much of a chatterbox.
Yeah. And Tushar, from a SEMSA point of view, your choice to support the Sunflower Fund, how did that come about?
So basically, if you look at the South African cement sector, there has not been any major greenfield investment along the coast. You know, if you look at KwaZulu-Natal, Eastern Cape, Western Cape. So with us having invested 600 million rands in the factory in PE, it's a state-of-the-art modern plant. And with a full suite of products, we wanted to create awareness about our brand proposition of strength and durability, and that's how the association with Rian started. The Sunflower Fund, on the other hand, has been providing hope, has been saving lives in South Africa. And when Rian mentioned about his association with Sunflower Fund, it was a no-brainer for us to sort of associate with the fund and contribute and be part of the great work that they're doing.
contribution of 150,000 rand, being a massive one, but take nothing away from the awareness that's been created around that. You guys don't have a lighter bag, like a 25 kg? Hey, come on, 50 kg.
If you run the challenge next time, then we can.
25.
We'll back and do something with it there. But this contribution, what does it mean for you guys at the Sunflower Fund, Lana?
It's huge, and I think, as you mentioned, the funds are amazing because the Sunflower Fund pays for every donor that we recruit to do the DNA test, and that costs us 3,100 rand for every donor. So every single cent of those funds goes towards us recruiting donors. But the awareness along the route has been absolutely phenomenal. So we've had streams of people communicating with us via our social media, wanting to know more about the Sunflower Fund and wanting to become donors. So for us, this contribution is way beyond the 150,000 rand that we are exceptionally grateful for. And as I said, every single cent goes towards recruiting more donors.
I love that this is played out on a number of levels within a wonderful corporate and authentic way of backing your own brand through something really special. Your personal brand being involved in such a dynamic, and it looked like a lot of fun. Take nothing away from the 50 kilograms.
Don't
but I
tell
think
Tushar.
yeah, exactly. The most important thing here is that we want people to donate. So if you want to find out more on how you can become a stem cell donor or just make a donation to the Sunflower Fund, those funds are necessary, you can go to sunflowerfund.org or simply call 0800 12 10 82 and do it now. And thank you once again for that donation of 150.
I mean, we've got to make it official, though. It's 150K that we need to make official live on national TV. So I believe that we do have a very special check handover happening right now. So Tushar is handing it over to you.
Wow.
Thank you very much. Yes. Amazing stuff. Thank you for bringing us this wonderful story. And man, Rian, we are really looking forward to more adventures from you, just the great work that you do, as I said, to inspire us on the daily. And I'm sure there's lots more to come.
No, we're looking forward to being active, but, you know, we're here, SEMSA and Sunflower Fund. Just thank you for having us.
Biggest pleasure.
Stay safe, buddy. I say that every time we see you. Just stay
By the way, hold on. Where is Amelia right now?
She is here somewhere.
She's a little bit shy.
She is a little bit shy. We're hoping...
Try and see if we can coax her around to just come say hi later on.
Are amazing, but of course we are still celebrating International Women's Day right here in studio and the strong women in our beautiful country.
And now we take a look at an initiative that's raising awareness for breast cancer through CrossFit.
What I'm most looking forward to today is getting together with a group of really strong females, having fun, throwing down, making the most of the day, raising awareness about breast cancer and competing for a cure.
Girls Gone RX is a woman-only competition, and it's the first of its kind in South Africa. Its goal is to raise awareness and money for breast cancer, and yeah, our slogan is to compete for a cure.
It's important for women to feel strong in the world. It's important for them to feel like they can, that they are capable, like they do matter, and those messages really are promoted through the sport.
You know, aside from the obvious physical strengths, but mentally it's really helped me. I can see that a lot of times my body is wanting to quit before my mind, so if I just keep pushing with my mind, then you can actually push through a lot more than you think you're capable of.
We've got the ladies quite a mix of workouts today. We've gone with a long one to start off with, so they're running around causing a bit of havoc in the neighborhood. And then after that, we've got some short, sharp sprint workouts, and then some teamwork, dynamics, testing, communication as part of the sort of test for the day too. I think it's a great way for women to see what they can actually do. I think often in society we get caught up with being told you should do this, you should do that, whereas CrossFit, you sort of can discover that yourself, and along the way discover things that you never thought you were actually capable of. So that's a big part for me.
CrossFit, I think, empowers women. It works on your strength. It builds a community of girls working together, pushing each other. So it's a good event to get you some girl power.
CrossFit helps me in my daily life to get stronger, push my limits, and stay motivated to reach my goals.
Always been a fit individual, and when I was diagnosed with cancer, it was really rough for me. I found even though cancer is a physical battle, I found it was more of a mental battle, and CrossFit and being fit, it gave me that positive mindset as well as like helping. I found that if I was feeling mentally great and in a positive space, and then my body kind of caught up physically, I all around just felt better. So being physically fit helped me like fight the battle mentally as well.
Me get strong upper body so I can carry baby around and, you know, hold baby as long as I can. I think CrossFit has taught me grit. If I can do one of the dirty girls, one of the benchmark workouts, it's really fascinating looking back to say if you can go through that, anything that life kind of or work throws at you, it's easier to get through, definitely.
It's important for young girls to have physically strong women as role models. I think it's very important. It shows dedication. It gives them something to aspire to. There's something special about having a bunch of girls together, and they really empower each other and uplift each other. And yeah, it's quite an amazing vibe. So it's important to keep that together. The girls often don't want to compete because they can sometimes feel a bit intimidated by having men competing as well. So this encourages women who may not have competed before to compete because we're in an all-girls environment.
So I really enjoyed the event today. A lot of kids, a lot of ladies representing a good cause. So overall it was a really great turnout. The workouts were very intense. Great effort from the ladies today. And yeah, looking forward to another one next year.
I must say that all that working out and training has gotten me a bit hungry.
All the working out.
That I've just seen right now.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Just from
sometimes
watching
you
it.
feel it. It's like what do they call it? Photosynthesis. When it happens, like you watch it and then it happens through the screen.
Photosynthesis.
You don't remember that concept?
Sir, I know photosynthesis, okay?
Yes.
That's not photosynthesis.
What is
I
it?
think you're referring to something telepathic, whatever.
Exactly that.
That's
Either way,
exactly
I'm hungry. That's the point I'm trying to make.
That's the point. Sis Princess,
Yes, Mama.
and also chocolate muffin.
Okay.
Yes.
And then for me, are you ordering for me as well? Or
Would you like something to eat,
I would.
sir?
Yes. Sis Princess, what do you have available?
Blueberry muffins.
I would love a blueberry muffin.
Liz.
Yes, nice and fresh as well. Yo, Gutlish is out here on the hacking pot. Just like, yo,
where's the Uzi?
You hangry. You angry like that. I didn't know. Okay. It's all right. It's okay.
Thank you.
There, you can have the first of the muffins. Just...
I'll have both of them.
Rise and shine. There's no better way to wake up other than with Mackie D's for breakfast. Download the McDonald's app for delicious daily deals and start your day the right way.
Join the Spec Boom Challenge on Expresso Thursday, the 12th of March, and discover the pot-sized South African super tree drawing more harmful carbon dioxide from the atmosphere than any other plant in nature.
Be a part of the challenge sweeping the nation, combating climate change one spec worm at a time. Learn to plant them, cook with them, and about their health benefits.
Only on Expresso Thursday, March the 12th on SABC 3. The planet is yours.
We will turn your guilt trips into good trips. Book flights from 499 Rand, only on travelstart.co.za.
Welcome back, and hopefully we'll inspire you to get online right now and look for those really cheap flights. The holidays are over. Yes, you've come back home and you're already dreaming of heading off again. Unfortunately, your bank account isn't ready to go with you yet. No panic. Our friends at travelstart.co.za join us this morning with some fun ways that you can rediscover your city, your own backyard, as well as some amazing deals on domestic flights, where you're likely to find out some things about your own hometown that you didn't even know. That's what I love about Cape Town. I'm constantly discovering things every day. So we're going to inspire you this morning.
Amazing. Hello, Lyle. Welcome to the couch. That's the beauty of it. Like, when you stay in a place or city for so long, you tend to forget about new things. What are some of your tips that you will help us make us fall in love with the city all over again?
I know, yeah. Like growing up with my parents, we were always going either to this one particular beach or anything. You're sticking to the same routine, same thing, things like that. So I've got 5 tips for you guys. Number 1 is obviously just visit your tourism office. So each town or city has a tourism office, whether you're actually going to the physical office or visiting their website, and just check out what it is that they have an offer over there. Obviously, they know what is best for tourists and coming and marketing your town, that sort of thing. So they will know what is best. Number 2 is to book local accommodation. So whether it be backpackers, get out of the norm and find out places where you've never been before. Find those hidden gems, as we like to call it in the industry. Another thing is just use ditch your vehicle and use local or public transport. Like take a train to the beach or the Gautrain. Get out of the norm and start doing things differently. The other one is time travel. So time travel is a nice little topic. So it's going to museums and that sort of thing, and find out what made your city or town that popular for tourists and that sort of thing. And the last one is go on a city tour. So you get those bus tours, township tours, inner city free walking tours. So find out all about your town and your city. And that's just one of the few ways that you can find out about your city.
Start a love affair with your hometown. So maybe some of us have moved away from our hometowns and we want to get back home. We need a flight to be able to get there. What good deals do you have at the moment? Have you got something that's going to take us home?
Yeah, we've got some domestic deals. We've got like Johannesburg to Durban for 529 Rand. We've got a lot of deals coming in at 1,000 Rand for one way. So if you're just looking at going back home and staying for a couple of weeks or days, so we've got one way for under 1,000 Rand. These are all for travel in May. So obviously Easter time is coming up, school holidays are coming up. That's when fares tend to become more pricey. So I looked at prices for you guys and for the viewers for in May. So May is ideal time to start looking at going domestic travel again.
Love that. I love it. I like what you said, that you need to get out of the norm. What is ways that travelstart.co.za is helping us rediscover and, you know, just making, creating a scheduling, putting more activities in our day for traveling.
So we've got highly trained and experts in the travel industry. We've handpicked them from different tourism.
And you guys travel as well.
And we travel. So we've got all those experts that know firsthand what it is that the customer needs. So give us a call. It's our Travel Start live agents. So they are always on hand to give you guys and the viewers all the tips and everything, the tricks and what to see and what to do. So just give them a call.
Educating yourself, inspiring yourself is a starting point, but you guys are making it a lot easier, and you've got partners and friends. You've kind of created this local travel community that makes life a lot easier for us when we want to explore our own backyard, and it's opened up a plethora of wonderful new opportunities. How have you guys focused on creating better homebound travel?
So we've decided to go this route of becoming a one-stop travel shop for all your travel needs, whether it be packages, flights, we've got buses as well. They were on a few weeks ago, so buses are a new addition. Hotels as well. So all-encompassing travel is what we are after here. So we've even got some packages now for long weekends that are coming ahead. So things like Thunderstorms, you can get 4 nights there. There's packages for Knysna, 3 nights in Knysna. So that Knysna is over the August long weekend. And then we've also got Paternoster. We've got 4 nights, 3 nights
so
there.
Hot right now, hey?
Yeah, 3 nights there in the September long weekend. So we're looking at long weekends coming ahead in the coming months. And so give us a call. We're always there on hand to help you. All of those packages that I mentioned actually come with full board. So it's dinner, breakfast, lunch and dinner and activities all in one. And it's coming in at around under 7,000 Rand per person sharing. So yeah, get in now and book those holidays now.
Again, I need to get back to the garden route.
Yeah?
It's calling.
Nice, no. It's nice, no?
Oh, it's beautiful, man. Lyle, thank you so much, man.
You're welcome, man.
Oh, so don't wait any longer. Just do it, and do it now for yourself. You deserve it. Go to travelstart.co.za. Have flights, accommodation, car hire, the whole package covered. All you need to do is book your tickets and get there. Go explore.
We will turn your guilt trips into good trips. Book flights from 499 Rand, only on travelstart.co.za.
So while you're getting your travel inspiration on this Tuesday morning, let's inspire you some more with the words of one Miss Maya Angelou, who was a storyteller, an activist, and acclaimed American poet. Had a very broad career and was extremely multi-talented. She became Hollywood's first black director. And all of Angelou's work presents her personal journey of survival, of growth, and self-definition as an African-American woman. And she once said these words.
She said, human beings are more alike than unalike, and what is true anywhere is true everywhere. Yet, I encourage travel to as many destinations as possible for the sake of education as well as pleasure.
That's really like the best school you can get. Education and pleasure all in one. And I don't know if you've found that on your travel journeys as well, you've come back feeling like a fuller, more enriched person.
Absolutely, because your mind opens up to new things, new environments, new food, experiences, language. So absolutely, you do learn a lot and you do enjoy yourself in the process. So
take those words into your Tuesday morning. We'll see you on the other side of a short break.
On the next tropical island of Treasure Curacao, the teams have been decided, and it's now time for them to compete in their first challenges.
The winners have chosen each other.
Team Mango, preach.
Move! It's harder than it looks.
Nailed it!
That team, they're going to be a problem.
And a new strategic element is introduced.
This could be a big game changer.
It's anyone's game. Catch Tropical Island of Treasure Curacao Tuesday evenings at 7:30. Repeat Saturdays at 8 p.m. only on SABC 3.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Clover Fresh Milk is the #1 milk brand in SA. Made with love by Clover.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's a beautiful Tuesday morning. We're so grateful to be in your company. Thanks for joining us at the start of a brand new day. Now, I think it's unanimous. We all love a nice chilled drink on a hot summer's day, right?
Right now, hot. We've spoken so much this morning. I can do with a little something.
And it also helps when that drink has a bit of a health kick to it. And so this morning, we are very excited, very pleased to introduce you right here in front of us to a delicious drink from Clover. It's called Clovera. Now, Clovera is made using the translucent gel found inside the aloe vera leaf. And this gel is a brilliant source of vitamins A, C, and E to boost your hydration. Now, if you're looking for a new type of beverage to quench your thirst, Clovera is a delicious and healthy alternative, available in 400 mils and even 1.5-liter pack sizes, and comes in 3 refreshing flavors, which include the original flavor, strawberry flavor, and coconut.
Oh, I'm down for coconuts.
Right? That would have been my kind of spot to go as well. Ladies, what's your preference in terms of flavor?
I think coconut is also my vibe, so I'll do coconut.
I think I'd go with the strawberry.
We're going to win you over, because I can see she's not a convert yet. We're going to win you over.
Yes.
Okay, who's
I need
pouring?
to try it out before I make a...
Do the honors, man. Do the honors.
Final.
Would you like to pour? It's.
She can't, unfortunately, because 90 days of no sugar.
But I will pour for you guys, so that's how I'll pour it for you guys. So you will be taking one of the...
Original. Okay.
Original.
I'll try that. It looks healthy,
Are you guys really excited for aloe, though? Like, have you actually tasted
Have you not heard the health benefits that are involved?
It's next level. Are you not a fan of, like, the aloe craze?
Okay, so we'll do
strawberry plant, the actual gel inside the plant. It's bitter. So I'm really
but I mean, it's infused.
I'm going to throw a little for you.
I'm just imagining Rian Munster just gripping an aloe and just like,
Okay,
it is the source of survival. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm going for the Mac Daddy, the original.
I gave you the strawberry, but first you're going to try this with the boys so that you can just be with one.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So you can understand.
Cheers to your good health.
Cheers.
To your good health. Okay.
Taste it. Taste it.
Lovely.
Okay.
That's lekker.
Yes.
They won you over.
It's refreshing. It's very nice.
That's all good.
Wow, you know that was an honest appraisal. Okay.
It smells good though.
We're all about authenticity on this show, and that really was an authentic taste.
And now you can actually go to your strawberry flavor.
Let me taste the strawberry, actually.
Now I'm also curious to taste the strawberry.
Oh, that's nice.
You can drink like this.
No, nobody does that. I'm gonna taste it.
Is it?
Is the strawberry your favorite?
Can we swap? Can I have a taste?
Go for
I just want to taste. I just want to taste.
Ooh, coronavirus.
Beat me up.
Hey.
Can I have some of that?
Yes, you may.
You do quite a decent job pouring. Thank you.
Yeah, if I ever quit my day
That's
job.
yummy, yeah?
It is very, very yummy.
Hey, the original's nice, but the strawberry's better. I'm liking it more.
Ooh.
What do you think, Mr. K?
It's just so refreshing.
Okay. Super delicious. Definitely recommended that you guys at home try it out, and of course let us know what you think. We'd love to hear from you. And here's to your health. But while we celebrate good health, let's also celebrate some music right now.
Unbelievably
coming up on the other side of this.
Oh.
Okay.
Clover Fresh Milk is the #1 milk brand in SA, made with love by Clover.
All right.
Okay.
Anyway, it is now almost 5 minutes to the top of the hour, which means we're getting to the end of the show. And it's been a brilliant one. Thanks so much to all of our guests for making it super special. Also, super special guests this morning have been the Credock High School Band. They've got a big show coming up. In fact, a massive festival day on the 21st of March. It's called the Human Rights Day Festival that features not just them, but a couple of other schools' bands as well, and some local artists that will be performing. And they're about to give us a taste tease of what we can expect over there. The song they're about to perform.
What are you trying to say?
Is want to talk about it, because I want to talk about the fact that I couldn't get that into my brain. But the stage is yours, guys. Take it away. Credock High School Band. Man, amazing. Do you think that these youngsters are, like, they're running classes, running around classes, and then they just, like, rip up a guitar solo like that? Take a bow, guys. Well done. Beautiful stuff. Want to talk about it? Yeah, we want to talk about it. Catch them on the 21st of March. They're going to have the Human Rights Day Festival, the very first of its kind that they're hosting for the school, and a great initiative that I think really helps young people discover their talents. It also provides opportunities because the proceeds from the tickets are going to go towards scholarships for those.
No child gets left behind. I love that adage, and thank you so much to their whole team for making today's show just one of the coolest shows ever. Wow.
And don't forget, it's Tuesday. It's Tropical Island of Treasure, Curacao tonight, 7:30, right here at Hsbc. Can you see how excited I am?
Yeah, I really are.
I'm invested. I'm invested.
I can see. I love that. Okay, we love that. So #Tropica, the conversation starts now. Keep it going. 7:30 p.m. Of course, today, crucially, the teams have now been selected since last week, and now they take part in their very first challenges. So now you get to see who's where.
The drama, the spice,
the love. See you all tomorrow.
We love that too much.
Make someone smile out there. Bye-bye.
Expresso Show, made with love by Clover.
Another feel-good production.